and streaming live on power102fm.com. Sexplosion is on Power 102 and now on new days and at new times. The country's most informative sex education program, Sexplosion, is on every Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. and Fridays from 9 p.m. to midnight with Dr.
Junior,
Raj.
instead of going to that thing, put it on this speaker so I could interact.
Yeah, because sometimes I find that
that is trouble and worry.
Yeah, because by the time sometimes you answer, they ain't get it.
You got an idea?
Yeah.
Sexplosion on Power 102, empowering you.
United we stand, divided we fall. Let's put it on the divided for
You're
the
looking
time
for a
being.
stand.
Well, thank you for staying here with us on Power 102 FM, and a very special nighttime greetings to you. Special thanks, as always, to 9 Miles into National, taking us through Fire Friday. Right here on Power 102 FM. Well, taking our time, it's now 6 minutes after 9 o'clock, and we do welcome you to Sexplosion, the only long-time running program when it comes to sex education on a Thursday and Friday, right here on Power 102 FM, with the only sexologist in the Caribbean, Dr. Raj, our total image and the adult therapy center, where he do treats all sexual dysfunctions in both male and female. And a very special good evening to you, my brother. How are you today?
Pleasant good evening to you, Junior, and to all the listeners, viewers, for those of you on Facebook, for those of you who are on social media. Our app is our app up.
Yes.
I should ask the question.
Yes.
And for those of you who are on our app, pleasant good evening to you. We're here to sexucate, to talk about sex. And tonight is a special night.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how special it is. You know,
It's one of those nights when we have an angel in the studio.
Beautiful.
And once there's an angel in the studio, you know, I notice your behavior changes.
Yes, yes.
You don't look at me with those stern eyes
no.
and that longing to go home.
I'm telling you, yes. Sometimes I wonder why the program don't.
You
do
notice
that.
9 Miles didn't want to leave the studio.
Yeah.
Things like that.
What my grandmother would have said, he got total bay.
He got total bay. Yes, that's what your grandmother would have said. But for those of you who don't understand what total bay means, he got stupid. He got confused.
Oh yes, he
Confuffled.
Did. Oh, yes, he did get confused. All right.
So we have Sweet Red just locked in. I know we have a few. Let's see who we have here on internet. Bert, how are you? He's over in Boston. Chandra is on. Savitri, Sushila, Reshma, Ronald, my good friend, Naim, Bianca, Shireen, and Benton. Only a few people, man. We have much yet, but hopefully our audience will build as we go along. If you know your friends are out there, tell them that Sexplosion is on, and they can tune into the program at any time.
Yeah.
So, what are we going to deal with tonight? Different methods, different things that you need to know about sex.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm sure the angel might have some questions, or we might have some questions for the angels about
And
sex.
she
Because
look,
she might.
and she looks as though it's someone
She can
that
teach
could
us something,
have-
a thing or two.
A thing or two, yeah. I feel so. I got that impression the minute she walked into the studio. The antennas went up.
Your choice is antenna, not something else.
Yeah.
Hello.
No, the antennas went up. So I said, this.
And what did the antennas tell you?
Watch out. This
Watch
could
out.
be- Yeah, yeah.
Remember, folks, I told you all last night that for those of you who want questions answered, this is the program to ask your question about things of a sexual nature. For those of you who want to learn about your body, your relationship, the things that you should or should not be doing with your partner, how to have a better relationship, this is the program for it. So, good night, darling, always locked on, keep up the great work. Well, I wouldn't call the name there because that's a kind of nice greeting, boy.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to do it, right? One
Well,
of those
yeah.
special. One of those special.
One of those special, special people who you know for many years, and
Yeah, it could,
they just send you a greeting like that. You feel warm inside.
Boy, more than warm. Yeah. That
No,
is-
you just feel warm inside.
No,
You could make it more than warm if you want to.
Your body
You know,
can-
sometimes you see somebody
Yeah.
and your blood take them, as we say in Trinidad.
Yeah. Well, yes.
The blood
Yeah,
take that
yeah,
person.
yeah. Your body temperature gets
Rises, yeah, your
right,
body temperature rises, and you get this nice warm feeling inside, and you feel like just being in the presence of the individual.
Your whole body rises.
You going back with this rising thing, boy. I had to,
No.
just because
No, because
no,
it's a
no, because
beautiful
last
message.
because last night they had the karaoke at the Rise. That's why you're talking about rising so much.
Oh, I knew they had something that ring a
It's
bell.
stuck in your mind.
Yes.
But let's forget the rising part. But we're talking about how you feel when you see someone. We all come across that from time to time. You know, you could be how faithful to your relationship or how strong your beliefs are about yourself and the things that you can and cannot do. But when that special person walks in, that person who catches your attention, I think BG sang a song like that.
Yeah.
The moment you walked in,
So, like
saw
what,
you in the corner.
like what happened to me early on when I saw Angel walk.
I don't know what happened to you, Junior. I wasn't paying attention to you. If you notice, I was busy with other things. I can't know what happened to
I
you.
almost tripped up on the carpet and it wasn't even had a bulk in it.
I don't know. Maybe you can't walk properly.
You know, but I'm telling you, maybe I'm getting to that age, eh?
We'll have to get a stick for your birthday. A walking stick.
On a stick.
No, but I am sure that anybody who sees the angel, and I know some of you are trying to see the angel right now, but who knows? She has to give us permission to
Yeah.
show her face on the air and whatnot.
That's
So
important, yeah.
we can't go there yet.
That is copyright.
Yeah, we'll copyright it right here now. You make a note of that.
Yeah. Okay. There you
Somebody
go.
say agree with that 100%. I don't know what they agree with. Now, sometimes you go so quickly. A person may answer something or make a comment about something that went by about 5 or 6 sentences ago. So it will help us if you tell us, sometimes what it is you are making comments about. I don't want to say something, and I see Marisha is on. How are you, my darling? Larissa, Sabrina, Michael, hey boy, what's up?
Mike is on as well.
Michael Salikram is on.
Oh, family.
I wonder if he's staying on the program long enough because he might fall asleep,
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't know. Yes. So we talk about that nice warm feeling you get when that special person, you meet up with that special person. Even friends behave like that, Think about it. You know many persons in your life. And sometimes you come across someone that has impacted on your life some way or the other. And the person don't have to be female. It could be a male companion. And because that person has impacted on your life in a special way, immediately you light up. You feel good. You feel just
bright
happy,
inside.
bright, just seeing the person.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So could you imagine a woman walks in and if she does something like that, or she impacts on you, how you feel?
Yeah.
That's a wonderful feeling. I wish we could bottle that and sell it.
Yeah.
A lot of people wouldn't be depressed and
No.
have anxiety and tiredness
No,
and,
no. That would be on to the
and
person
feel bad about
completely.
themselves. And
Yeah. Give them more self-confidence.
Allowance.
yeah, well, you got to build that. You got to have that because I like to feel happy. I like the things that makes me feel happy. I like to do the things that makes me feel happy. I like to relax and enjoy life. Every single moment of life, I try to enjoy it the best as I could. Even if when I'm doing nothing, I'm still enjoying life because I don't feel lonely. I don't feel sad. I don't feel depressed. I don't feel as though I'm missing out on something. Sometimes I stay away from things because there's so many things attracting me. Sometimes I need to find some alone time, some me time,
Quality time.
with myself, just to be by myself. Sometimes I find myself going and clean up an area in the home or go through some old boxes or shelves and whatnot and repack it. I find myself doing that because that's what I enjoy doing. But when you come across persons that you like spending time with, you try your best to get as much time as possible with that person.
Yes, as a matter of fact, sometimes you're enjoying it so much, you're looking for bonus time.
You try to stretch the time as much as possible.
And bonus time is the better time, eh?
Why would you say that? Explain.
No, because
Because I have to be careful with you on words, Because when you use certain word, I don't know if it's the double meaning of the word. Because you say bone ass. You don't say bone ass, you say bone ass. I have to be very careful. Because I know the kind of person that you are and the way you think.
no.
And I have to warn the angel about you because all of a sudden you might be saying one thing and she interpreted to be something else. And you will get locked up.
Okay, well.
Next thing you want to feel you interfere with she.
So in other words, I have to pick and choose words.
No, you have to be careful.
You have to be careful.
Remember, I know you, and the listening audience out there know you also. Pleasant good evening to my good friend Shiva. Shiva is on. Shiva, you in Trinidad these days? Michelle is on. Jennifer is on. Well, of course, you know, Jennifer is in Arima. She's always a ardent listener of this program, she and her husband. So we love having you on the program. Catherine also is on. So the audience is building. So that's a good thing. You see, it's a good sign.
We'll tell you what we are going to do while we are building. We're going to take a break, commercial break. We're going to pay some bills and we're going to come right back. You are listening to Sexplosion on Power 102 FM with the only sexologist in the Caribbean, Dr. Raj Ramnanan of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center, which is located at St. Augustine, and there he treats all sexual dysfunctions in both male and female. We're going to be right back. Stay tuned.
Are you the life of the party?
Does your crew have the most vibes?
Are you a karaoke singing champion? Then we've got something for you. Beyond Karaoke returns to Power 102.
Join us as we visit bars and lounges across the country in search of the best karaoke performers in the island. If you and your crew are the best, come and sing and win. You have prizes for the biggest group, the most entertaining performer, the funniest singer, and the best soca karaoke performer.
This Thursday, we head to the Rice Grill and Bar, Rodney Road,
I know
Lodge
that.
Park in Chaguanas.
You never know.
They didn't change it.
Your favorite Power
That was
102
last
announcer.
night.
They coming too. The linemen singing. We all coming to have a great time. Check out the Power 102 FM website, Facebook, and Instagram for more.
Come listen
It is so foolish, you know.
and join the
Huh?
conversation.
I say this sounds foolish when that happens.
Yeah,
Come out and take a stand.
foolish is not foolish is a good word. It sounds like
This Saturday night from 7
Notice.
at the Union Presbyterian School, Hermitage Road, Claxton.
AT&T is a famous
Saturday
name in
night.
India.
You are invited
Huh?
to come out and
One of the
join
richest
the
men in
International
India
Conference.
and the world.
This is politics from the ground. Come and
They didn't know
listen
that?
to what is
No.
happening on the ground in your
See, he's doing
community
something
and
every
your
day.
country. It's the UNC
Every day is
Pavement
another
Report.
day.
Yeah.
This Saturday night
Every
from
day,
7
every
p.m.
second.
at the Union Presbyterian School.
Every day, no joke on them.
Come out and take a
Yeah.
stand against
On my
the
way to work, I
mismanagement
do
and
something.
incompetence
Eh?
of Keith Rowley and the PNM. This is your Pavement Report.
That was a paid political announcement.
I want to tell you that nobody does better what we do best when it comes to sex education. Right here on Power 102 FM with sexologist Dr. Raj Ramnanan of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center at St. Augustine. Now here is where we give you the opportunity to interact with Dr. Raj. You know something, you might have something sexual that might be bothering you and you want to get it, or you want to get a question, or you want to get your question answered. Well, here's where we give you the opportunity to interact with Dr. Raj live in studio. All you've got to do is dial 222-8255, also at 612-8255. Now, for those of you who would love to send him a WhatsApp or text message on your question, you can do that on his private mobile 740-1961. You can also send in your messages on our website at Power 102 FM. Yeah.
Somebody just said they like to hear when Junior say, we're going to take a break.
Uh-huh.
We're going to take a break,
Yeah.
commercial break.
I feel I know who is that.
Who is that? Nah, not who you think it is. You see, you're thinking wrongly.
Yeah.
Somebody getting that warm feeling.
They're getting a warm feeling. How warm is the feeling?
I know the person's getting it, but I don't know how warm.
Oh, because you know there's different temperatures as we know, right?
I don't know. These days, Europe is very hot, 45.1 degree in France. India is very hot. The whole of Europe is boiling. The other day it was 44 degrees in Tampa. Things are heating up.
Trinidad hot too.
Trinidad hot with people like us. Sitaram, Dr. Raj, enjoying the company of another person is great. However, my individual And any individual must realize that only you can make yourself happy. If you only depend on someone else to make you happy, then you're being selfish. No, but that's a fact. You have, sometimes you tell yourself that others will do the things for you to make you an individual or to make you happy. But it's your individual achievements, person coming into your lives. When you were young, you were going to school, you had teachers, they will teach you things. The people in the village or the street that you grew up in, they will talk to you. The elder persons will guide you and whatnot. Your parents will guide you. But they're not there all the time. And you formulate your own things in your mind. That's why we are individuals who are capable of doing things. And even persons who didn't have guidance. If you read some of the historical information about individuals who have contributed to society, sometimes they grew up without parents.
Yeah.
Sometimes they didn't have the proper guidance, but they take it upon themselves to change their lives and change things. So you have to have it within you to make you happy. But of course, in making you happy, you can make others happy, and we always talk about that on this program because. But when you're dealing with a program like ours that deals with sex, primarily with sex and sexuality and human behavior and all these different things, it's important that you feel good about yourself. Then when you go with someone, you would start thinking that I have to do not only for myself, but I have to do for that person. I have to make that person feel good also. And this is where you take off the selfishness from the whole thing and you start thinking about the individual more than yourself, and you'll find that you become a better lover when you do that.
Yeah.
Most of the times we don't, because we so focus on our individual likes and dislikes and what will make us feel good, we stop thinking about the other person. And we don't take into consideration what the other person may want. It's not that if you go with a professional prostitute, you pay them for a service, you get the service and you're going home. That's it. But that's not the same as when you're with a person that you love. It is definitely not the same. You have to actually do these things that is going to make the person feel special. The little things that you say, the things I for years I've been saying, you're going home, you're passing on the highway, there are persons selling things on the side of the road. The street where you live, there may be someone with a stall selling stuff and whatnot, and you stop and you buy a fruit for your partner. You don't have to buy anything fancy, you don't have to spend no big set of money. You could just buy one of something, and it may be something that the person appreciates more than anything else. And you do that simply because you want to show the person that I love you, I care for you, I've been thinking about you. Sometimes calling a person and say, I'm thinking about you, it means at that moment I just thought about you, so let me call you and tell you I'm thinking about you.
Yeah.
But when you do something like that, and there's no frequency to it, you don't do it all the time, but sometimes you just stop off, the person like a nice soft drink or something, you buy it for them. It's not that you're encouraging bad habits, but you're letting the person know, I am thinking about you, and I know you like this, I know you would appreciate this.
Oh, yeah.
So in that way, when you do that, the person feels more loved and appreciated, which is what we need to feel. We need to feel that sense of love and appreciation. Even when I'm on this program, I need to feel the love and appreciation from the listeners by they texting me, sending a question, making a comment, right? Whatever it may be, cracking a joke, talking about something, even calling in the program, because that makes me feel good. We know we're doing a program and we're not wasting 3 hours of our lives just sitting here and doing things.
Well, exactly. Yeah.
So that sense of appreciation, we all enjoy it, and it's something that we look forward to, and we want to know for sure that there are others who appreciate whatever you're doing, because sitting here talking about sex, if there's no one listening or putting it into practice, if there's no one making a comment about something that they encountered with you or otherwise, and it doesn't have to be about us, and this is the important thing. It doesn't have to be about us. It could be about anything. A person could call and talk about their husband. They can call and talk about their wife. They can call and talk about their relationship. It doesn't matter to us. This program is not about you and I.
It's interacting, basically.
But it's interacting with the individuals and getting them to express things so that others could learn and others could make their relationship much better.
So while we give them that food for thought, at 25 minutes after 9 o'clock, we're going to take a break. And
Let me say a special hello to Hot PT.
Hot PT.
hot PT. You can't just call her PT, you know.
No, so you have to emphasize.
You have to emphasize on the hot.
Okay, so
Hot.
hot.
Not just hot. Hot.
Hot, eh? That hot, eh?
Stress on you.
Hot.
Hot. You got it. Take a break.
Okay, there we go.
Do you know that there exists a lawful body to represent estate police officers? Are you tired and fed up of poor working conditions, disrespect, and abuse by employers? Then join the Estate Police Association on a new program, the EVA Speaks, Breaking Chains, Raising Barriers, Wednesdays 10 to 10:30 a.m. on Power 102.1 FM, empowering you, the station that says it all.
Come listen to the issues and join the conversation this Saturday night. Come out and take a stand. It's the UNC Pavement Report this Saturday night from 7 p.m. at the Union Presbyterian School, Hermitage Road, Claxton B. This Saturday night, you are invited to come out and join United National Congress. This is politics from the ground. Come and listen to what is happening on the ground in your community and in your country. It's the UNC Pavement Report this Saturday night from 7 p.m. at the Union Presbyterian School, Hermitage Road, Claxton B. Come out and take a stand against the mismanagement and incompetence of Keith Rowley and the PNM. This is your Pavement Report.
That was a paid political announcement.
Sexplosion is on Power 102 and now on new days and at new times. The country's most informative sex education program, Sexplosion, is on every Thursday from 7 to 9 p.m. and Fridays from 9 p.m. to midnight with Dr. Raj, the guru of sex in the Caribbean.
A lot of times we think that sex is totally below the waist. It is not below the waist. It starts in the brain. The largest sex organ that you possess is your brain.
Tune in for discussion on all sexual matters. Sexplosion on Power 102, empowering you.
Is your brain.
I want to continue that we are giving our listeners what they want and expect from a good radio program when it comes to sex education. Sexplosion on Power 102 FM with the guru of sex education, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. Well, don't forget, folks, our lines are open. If you would love to interact with him via the telephone, feel free. 222-8255. Also at 612-8255. Now, if you do decide that you want to send him a WhatsApp or a text message, you can also do that on his private mobile, 740-1961. You can also send in your questions on our messenger service at Power 102 FM. Yeah.
I see we have Judy's on, Anand, Indra, Jennifer. Indra is my classmate from Northeastern College, and I think we're having a reunion coming up next week. So as soon as I get the information on that, I will announce it to my other classmates who will be on the program. I'm sure they'll be there. Jennifer, Shaira, Videsh, Lisa, Petal, Robin, Sadia. Very nice. Very, very nice. So, yeah, we're talking about that nice warm feeling you get and what you do with that. How do you bottle that, and how do you keep that within you so that you are empowered, you have that sense of self-satisfaction, you feel good about yourself, you feel happy. And being able to feel happy, you're giving yourself that sense of happiness, and of course the person who makes you feel happy, well, you must reward that person some way or other, even with a smile.
Yeah,
Why not a nice little smile and hello, how are you, sexy?
Must reward them.
You know, and women could call a guy sexy. There's nothing wrong with that.
No,
So,
I don't see nothing wrong with it.
No, there's nothing wrong. A woman could see a guy as being sexy, as being handsome, as being somebody, a lover, you know.
Yeah.
The same endearing terms we use on a woman could use it on us. Especially if it's a one-on-one.
Oh yes, I don't see no
You
problem.
know, when a woman calls you sweetheart, you know, you feel good.
Oh yes, sometimes your heart even inclined to kind of race in your chest.
I hope it's only that racing and you're not racing away.
No.
Depends on who tell you.
Hey, yes, and please, as a matter of fact, place and time is important.
Place and time and circumstances is always important.
Yeah.
It's always good to take into consideration those things.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, somebody said they're just listening to the program, listening to my voice, and having a glass of wine.
Uh-huh.
Why can't you bring the bottle of wine here
Yes. Yeah.
and bring 3 glasses, and we would have a glass of wine with you?
Yes.
3 extra glasses, because there are 3 of us
Yeah.
here and 1 of you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure the angel inside here would love seeing you.
Mm-hmm.
This is one sexy woman, eh?
Yeah, I must say. There's no doubt. I must say.
There's no doubt about this, but I'm telling you about this sexy woman here.
Mm-hmm.
Not the one you watching.
Not the one. Oh, okay.
She's sexy. I'm not going to disagree with that.
No, but the thing about it is that.
But I'm talking about the person here.
Yeah, but the person
who sent me the message.
But the person who sent you the message there, I can't see them here.
You want to see them here?
Well, but at least it will give me a good thought of who I'm thinking of.
I asked 2 men if a woman who's staring at their crutch makes them uncomfortable, and they both respond in the negative. Is this true for all men? Is it flattering to have a woman stare at your crutch? I don't see that being uncomfortable. You want to watch?
Yeah.
I think most men will tell you they don't feel uncomfortable about that. Maybe women would.
Woman will be uncomfortable
If
with
it's
staring at the crutch. But
especially
for
if
men,
that-
I don't see the
if
problem.
they-
It
especially
should
if
be
that-
turned on.
Especially if they have a camel toe. Let me see.
Or a grapefruit bag.
Let me see. I greet my boyfriend every morning by saying, "Good morning, handsome." I only call him by his name when I'm angry with him. Oh yeah, most people do that. When your mother call you by your full name.
Oh yeah.
When Granny used to call you by your full name.
You know.
Carol Saldana Jr., come here.
You know the broom coming after that, and she emphasized on come.
Come here.
Yeah.
Now.
I remember flying a kite and I would get pushed over a banister for that. Yes.
Push over banister?
What? Yes.
Why?
Because she wanted me to go to the supermarket and I told her come in just now.
Oh God, that's the worst thing you can tell your grandmother, boy.
But I was coming for the last hour. She said, next thing you know, I end up on the ground with kite and
Try that thing all over you.
Oh yes, oh yes.
She pushed you over the banister.
Over the banister.
Oh, your grandmother's violent.
And then she was cool.
She cut your tail after that too?
No, I didn't get
2
that
slippers?
tail.
2? You never get one of them rubber slippers on your back?
Or the one that when the thing bursts, you
Yeah,
put a pin.
yeah. So the pin hit you too loud. I wonder how many persons remember that?
Yeah, and
When
sometimes
they push the bus,
yeah, and
they
sometimes,
put a pin
yeah, and sometimes if you put too much of a big pin, it come right through and stick
through
in
and
your
stick
foot.
you. Yeah.
Oh, you was in those days as well.
Well, of course, those are the things that you grow up with, and it's. Cassandra, how are you, my darling? I haven't seen you in such a long time. Are you back in Trinidad, or are you coming soon? And I emphasize on coming, C-O-M-I-N-G.
Yeah. And I emphasize on the soon.
Sirani is on, Janelle is on, Rosanna Rodriguez is on, Sabrina is on, Indira is on, Usha, Daniel, Patel. Yes, lovely. Yes, so whenever somebody call you by your full name, you're in trouble. You're in real trouble. But then, especially your wife or your husband call you by your full name, then you know you did something wrong.
Yeah, it's either that, or you've been with somebody.
Or she say, Mr. So-and-so.
Yeah. And
then you hear the Mr. come out.
Yeah. And you had to watch out.
Somebody says they like looking at your crutch. I guess it's junior crutch.
You can't see mine.
Can't see mine either.
But maybe they're sitting on a couch.
Love having fun with some of my listeners.
No, but it's Friday evening.
They are
Friday
so,
evening is a kind of...
they are so
So...
entertaining.
Yeah.
So entertaining. And the pictures keep coming too. Thank you very much, my darling.
All the pics keep coming.
Yes. Especially one I just showed you with the kiss that was sent. I guess the kiss, we could share that kiss. With those lips, we could share that kiss. I'm sure we could share that kiss.
Yeah.
It's not just a one person kiss.
Yeah. It's a kind of spread out kiss.
No, the lips are spread out at all.
No.
But we could spread it. We could share it.
No, we could share it.
Yeah.
We can't take the
I
bottom
was going to
part.
ask a question. Have you ever done a triple kiss yet?
A triple kiss?
A triple kiss. You want 2 other person kissing at the same time?
Yes.
You have. So that means to say you've been a threesome.
Yes.
Good. So we have established that. Write it down there. How come you're taking notes tonight? You notice how mesmerized he's like this. What should you?
So
check him out there.
True. No.
Whenever you catch him like that, put the camera on him. It seems like
so three sums. So let me see if I go back to primary school. 2 and 2 is 4.
Yeah, 2 and 1 is 3.
2 and 1 is 3.
That's the sum of 2 and 1. 3.
That's great.
Ooh, oh my God. Lady in red.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, folks, taking our time, 25 minutes before 10 o'clock. You are on the inside of Sexplosion on Power 102 FM with Sexologist Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center, which is located out at St. Augustine, and there he treats all sexual dysfunctions in both male and female. Now, for those of you who would love to interact with him via the telephone, just to remind you of those numbers again, 222-8255, also at 612-8255. For those of you sending in your WhatsApp and your text messages on his private mobile, 740-1961. May I remind you that this program may contain material that is not suitable for children. Parental guidance are therefore advised. Yeah.
We have, I forgot to mention the persons on Instagram, Allison, Rick, Swank, Anissa, Kevo, Richard, Chain of Something, Clayton. How are you, Clayton? Who we have here? Anna. Oh, our Anna is our faithful fan from Rio Claro.
Oh yes, the family man.
Yes, family. She and her family listens to the program. Richard, Terence, Joseph. So those are the persons there. And I saw a very special person came onto Facebook.
You saw a very special person came onto Facebook.
Came onto Facebook.
How special is this person?
Somebody mentioned her name today, and I actually melted when they mentioned
You
her.
melted. So it was like a good ice cream.
No, I wouldn't call it a good ice cream. More than that, chocolate.
Chocolate.
This is my darling, darling, darling.
Is that right?
Oh, darling, you know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
Let's see.
Giving that face like he don't have a clue.
No, I'll tell him in a while. Somebody said they love the angel. So, my darling cutie pie, how are you? I haven't heard from you in such a long time. I feel as though, we're drifting apart, and I don't like that.
No, that's bad. That's bad.
When last cutie pie was on the program? I mean, not live on the program. Live on the program was a few years ago, but I mean, she hasn't joined us in a long time.
As a matter of fact, a couple of months.
So, you know what somebody did? They mentioned her name today, and I was like, oh my God. Sometime in the shower, I would take a video and send it to him while he's on work. Ooh, something to take him through the day.
Yes, that's keeping your marriage life very interesting.
So how come you don't send me no video?
How come?
You're married to us right now,
How,
This is a relationship, you have to remember that,
How come you haven't sent him?
Whenever you show one thing, just do the video and send it to us,
No, I never said never did that, but that just keep your life, your married life happy, spontaneous, that'll give him something to think about, he's thinking about you, not something else out there.
Well, true.
You're keeping your eye home.
Keeping your eye home.
Yes.
You're keeping him busy at home.
Very busy at work, home, anywhere.
I see. Next thing, the man taking bathroom breaks,
What? I'm telling you. Breaks like peas.
Bathroom breaks all the
breaks.
time. Pleasant good evening to my nephew, Amit. How are you? Yes. I think that is one person who will always put a smile on my face, eh?
Who is this?
Cutie pie?
I'm not going to say that. You still ask
You ask that question?
Like that?
Wait. When you hear cutie pie name, you don't envision that beauty, that sweetness.
Oh, yeah. But okay. No, I don't want to, okay.
Can someone with prostate have sex? I hope it's prostate, they're trying to say now. Do you mean a prostate problem or well, a man needs his prostate to have sex. That's your sex gland. And that's another thing. I have to explain in detail sometime when persons ask questions. A man's G-spot is his prostate gland. The only way you can reach the G-spot or the prostate gland is through the anus. How are you doing your fingers so up?
Because that is where it's going.
Ooh.
Family sounds interesting.
It looks like she knows a lot.
Yeah.
So, if you guys think that someone playing with your prostate area or heading towards your G-spot is making you gay, it does not. It is an intense sexual feeling. As a matter of fact, for those of you who are engaging in those sort of activities would know. Right? I just got a just for me just now. If you have a prostate problem, then you will have difficulty with intercourse. So yes. Good night, Dr. Raj and Mr. Junior, and a special good night and hello to the sweet, sexy, loving angel. How are you, my dear? This is Krishna. Been a long time. I am back in action. Krishna is back in action. So Krishna already tackling you. You better watch out. You know?
Good night, Krishna.
Yeah, you better watch out.
Because Krishna, we might crawl through the phone line, you know.
Yeah. And anybody could call.
What are some of the freakiest ways to have sex? We try almost everything but still need more. There are many different things that you can do to sexually. One of the things is don't have sex in the same place all the time. It will become boring. If you have the ability to roam about in your home,
A little foreplay.
Foreplay is very important. But where you have sex in the home is also important. The bathroom, sometimes when you're taking a shower together, sometimes on the couch, sometimes you steal a quickie in the gallery, in the kitchen. So there are many places that you can have sex. I don't advocate having sex in a vehicle because that could be very dangerous. It's not a good practice. It's not something that I know a lot of people like the danger, but you're not only endangering yourself, but you're endangering others. Because you cannot concentrate on the road if you're having sex in your vehicle.
So
that's something that I try to tell individuals, don't go about doing that. Don't go parking in a lonely area and having sex or getting into that frame of mind where you only concentrating on what's happening with the person and you're not concentrating on the environment because, of course, somebody could attack you. But there are many other things that you can do. One of the things that I tell husbands and wives all the time is you try to take a break from everything, you and your spouse, and go away for a weekend or a couple of days or one day when there's a long weekend. Well, no Trinidad have holiday like rain.
Well, yeah.
So when you know a holiday is coming up, like let's say a holiday is coming up on a Wednesday, Tuesday evening you book into a hotel, and you go and spend the night at the hotel. So you wake up in a different environment, you eat something different, you do something different. You don't expect the wife to get up and cook for you in the morning, or the husbands who cook for their wives. You don't do that routine. You go and have breakfast at the hotel, or maybe at some cafe or something nearby, and you just spend quality time with one another outside the environment in which you are accustomed being. The sex will be different because it's a different environment, it's a different bed, it's a different place. You'll be more relaxed. You don't have to worry about the kids, and of course, if you're leaving your kids, make sure they're safe. You leave them with your parents, or things like that. You put things in place. If you don't have children, well, better yet, because it means you can get away. A lot of time we don't invest that time and effort in our marriage, and that's where the problem lies. We take it for granted that we have a husband or we have a wife,
And that is it.
and that is it.
Anyway, folks, taking our time, 17 minutes before 10 o'clock, inside Sexplosion on this Friday evening with the guru of sex education, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center at St. Augustine.
The Business Corner, 60 minutes of
Family
news, analysis, and
family fit right into the thing all the time. Yeah.
Solid tips and advice about the way forward and building the brand. From companies to currencies, investments to the role of information technology. The Business Corner with communications and business consultant Sandra.
You're taking that back home.
I didn't want to tell you nothing.
You can't tell me nothing. You're so mesmerized with the angel. You will give a crap if you get key or not.
I didn't want to tell I really thought you was taking it home.
You didn't even remember it had tea here today. So don't give me that, Julian. I watching your face. You're dribbling. You're dribbling.
I telling myself, I wanted this man taking back this to my homeboy. I can't believe this man inside almost 3/4 of an hour in the program. This is the first time I didn't get tea early. I'm feeling like a cricketer out for ducks.
You deserve to get tea.
I'm feeling like a cricketer out for ducks. No tea, boy. And a nice young lady sitting down in front of me.
That's how you see dribbling, you know. Watch him, you know. You might have to go over there, mate.
You got me by playing football and dribbling.
In your communities.
Encourage your neighbors,
I like it,
colleagues,
though.
and family as well. Help change the culture and
like it.
behavior for a greener, more environmentally conscious.
Oh, my good friend Niran is on. Is it Niran or Mrs. Niran?
Brought to you by Swimco, the Trinidad and Tobago Solid Waste Management.
Sweet, sexy wife. And I could say that because both of them are my friend.
In association with the Guard Group of Companies.
Bush Mountain TT, Salo Enterprises,
The Trinidad and Tobago Police Credit Union.
and the Price Club Supermarket. Think twice
Think twice.
for a cleaner, greener Trinidad and Tobago.
Somebody said, look who making cricket joke.
You know. Well, I can tell you that we are giving our listeners what they want and expect from a good radio program when it comes to sex education. Right here on Power 102 FM, your number one all around the station. Sexplosion with Sexologist Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. Now, don't forget, all lines are open. If you would love to interact with him via the telephone, feel free. 222-8255. Also at 612-8255. If you want to send him a WhatsApp or a text message, you can also do that on his private mobile 740-1961. You are listening to a program that's educational, informative, and I tell you, entertaining with the only sexologist, Dr. Raj. Yeah.
Patel, you're right. All of you who are listening to the program and viewing the program on Facebook are special, but there are some who are more special than others. You're special and you're special.
Yeah, because like sometimes when you go to
Like,
the
for example, this person, Angie, she's special.
and
Shamila, Alicia, Curtis, Eloise, Jessica, Bisundat, Anand, Roberto, well, my good friend Niran. I don't know if it's Mr. or Mrs. there, but both very good friends of mine, Lorna, Mati, Simone, I hope it is Mrs. Sweet, sexy Mrs. So it's good to know that. We did it in the shower, the kitchen counter, the bedroom, the living room, even on the footstep. The footstep on the front step. I know somebody who did it in the gallery, you know. Yeah, while cars were passing up and down.
Oh.
Yeah, take a chance. And butt naked too, eh?
So it was like going to a drive-in.
Well, person was driving.
Yeah. Which is not bad.
The children does be by their grandmother. Okay. Well, that's good. You don't want them at home.
No, that is a
Ooh,
problem. That's a
ooh,
problem.
this is just for me. Wow. You know, tonight is something about red. What is it with these women and red? Wow, what a
Red
shot.
looks very nice on ladies. We love that color. Very attractive.
Well, you should see this red panty. I selling myself out there. But
Yes, you did. Lily in red.
courting and pampering does not stop when you get married. But you know, a lot of people think that after you get married, you go to your honeymoon, and there's no more romance after that. There are a lot of person after the honeymoon, the romance quickly dies, you know. Some person dies just after the honeymoon is done. Some persons it take a little longer to die. Some persons it just fade away as though, you know, it's not important. Now, of course, when you get married, you know, they talk about the 7-year itch. You have that 7-year itch,
yes,
and after that, you take the person for granted. But once you have that love and appreciation for the person, you shouldn't be taking that person for granted. You should always find something to love or something more to love. The love should grow. Love should never diminish.
I know we all believe in that, but you know, what is the percentage of that working out? Which is, I'm pretty sure, it's very, very low.
I don't know the percentage, but what I'm saying is that you have to actually make it Work that way.
Well, you have to make a marriage.
If you don't put into the marriage, and forget marriage alone, relationship. There are some persons who are boyfriend and girlfriend, let's say 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
Yeah.
Do you let that diminish? No, because you're boyfriend and girlfriend for a period of time because you're hoping that this person become my fiancé, and after that marriage. You get engaged and then you get married, or some persons go straight into marriage. Fine. But why, when it is to get into marriage and the comfort of marriage, you start thinking that you don't need to do the things that you used to do as boyfriend and girlfriend? You don't need to make the person feel special. You don't need to buy anything for the person that is nice because you already have the person. Come on.
You don't need to look sexy at nights.
I believe in the old saying, like a friend of
What
mine.
grandma tell you?
No, like a friend of mine once said. He said, when you're going fishing and you're on that boat, you will throw the best of bait
To catch the
that
fish.
He said, but when you catch a fish, do you feed it? And it's
Well, I don't believe in that because I don't see. I understand the analogy, but I don't think you should equate your wife, your spouse, to that. Because you're holding the fish for a particular reason. You're catching a fish to eat, or you're catching a fish to put in an aquarium. But you're not. But if you're putting it in an aquarium, you've got to feed it. So that is the question you should ask him. Say, well, what are you going to do with the fish? If you're catching a fish to eat, obviously you don't feed it. But if you're catching a fish to put it in an aquarium, don't you have to feed it? You want it to live. You want it to survive. You want it to look pretty.
yeah, but aquarium fishes, you don't throw a line for aquarium fishes.
Well, and that is what I'm meaning. That is just to show you it's an analogy. When we say throwing a line doesn't mean to say a hook, you know. A line and bait, when you talk about women and when you talk about grabbing something or getting something, you know, like somebody will say when a woman leave them, there are many fishes in the sea.
Yeah, that's a favorite.
And I'll throw my bait, I'll catch one. But what is the bait you're throwing? The bait you're throwing are your words. The bait you're throwing are your behavior. Why it is men fool or women fool men with their behavior, and when they get into a serious relationship or they get into a marriage, they behave differently. Why? Because you're not sincere, you're not truthful.
You're not true to yourself.
If you're not truthful, you cannot be honest. If you're not honest, how could you be loyal? All these things go hand in hand with your relationship. How could you be dedicated to your relationship if you're not loyal to your relationship or you're truthful to your relationship? So there are certain things that will play out that will determine your characteristics and your character. If you are straightforward in your relationship or with the person and you don't go telling lies and whatnot, then you have a better chance. Somebody was saying here their man is boring. Boring in, I guess, boring in bed. Well, we could spice things up here now, and I'm sure Angel will help us spice up things.
Oh, yes. You will.
Would you?
Yes, I will. How boring is he, honey?
She. It's a she. So you jump the ball, yes, and you know it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm putting you in.
It's a she.
It's a she.
She boring.
No, she say her
Spouse is
spouse is boring.
Well,
So you have to spice up.
Well, while we try spicing up,
She can do things. to
She can
me.
do.
Yes, she can do things.
I'm talking about coming here with you. No.
anyway, anyway, folks, taking our time, 8 minutes before 10 o'clock. Sexplosion on this Friday evening
teach him the
with
things too.
the guru of sex education, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. Well, tell you what we are going to do is take a break and we'll be right back with you. Stay tuned.
She can teach us some new stuff, man.
Come listen to the issues and join the conversation this Saturday night. Come out and take a stand. It's the UNC pavement
face again.
this
Yeah, but
Saturday night from
you get to
7
towards
p.m.
so.
at the Union Presbyterian
Better.
School, Hermitage Road, Claxton B. This Saturday night, you are invited to come out and join United National Congress. This is politics from the ground.
Oh, I fly like nothing.
Come and listen to what is happening on the ground in your community and in your country. It's the UNC Pavement Report this Saturday night from 7 p.m. at the Union Presbyterian School, Hermitage Road, Claxton B. Come out and take a stand against the mismanagement and incompetence of Keith Rowley and the PNM. This is your Pavement Report.
That was a paid political announcement.
Trinidad and Tobago, we're ready, standing united and moving forward as one. We're one people, one nation, and all in this together.
We are all in this together.
Let's do this with Cheryl Wilson on Power 102, empowering you.
Want to continue with knowledge and experience? This is what it's all about. When you are on the inside of Sexplosion on Power 102 FM, don't forget those numbers if you would love to interact with Dr. Raj, 222-8255, also at 612-8255. Once again, this program may contain material that is not suitable for children. Parental guidance are there for advice. Yeah.
Pleasant good evening to Talia. She's taking in the program, Sandra and Yasmin. Someone asked a question here. How does a 30-year-old woman's health affects her if she isn't enjoying the sex anymore? Well, sex is more about mental health, you know. Sex is about releasing endorphins, serotonin, dopamine, things in your brain to make you feel good, you know. It's a feel-good thing. So if you are not enjoying sex, if sex is boring or if sex is not to your liking, eventually you're going to be turned off by it. The same thing that is supposed to excite you and make you feel good will no longer make you feel that way. That's why the more exciting sex is with the pillow talk. That's one of the things that you got to excite the five senses. Once you are capable of exciting the five senses, you enjoy sex much differently. You enjoy sex much more. You want to have sex with the person because the person is going to touch an area of your mind. That's why, you know, I emphasize that the brain is your largest sex organ for a reason. It's the organ that could conjure up images. It's the organ that could make you remember things that you did when you were younger. It's the organ that could excite you in ways that other things cannot excite you. So if you have a partner that is literally telling you things, doing things to you, smelling, tasting, touching, hearing, feeling, all these things, the center of that is the brain. It goes to the brain and it has to be unraveled and worked with. The person is actually telling you things that of a sexual nature where it is exciting your brain. You are going to enjoy sex much more than just the physical part of it. But if you make sex about the physical part of it alone, it becomes boring after a while. The human being needs to be excited at different levels. Now, there are some persons who will tell you, I'm married for 20 years and I haven't sex. You say, wait, it ain't no bother. It may be no bother for you because you are comfortable. You have resigned yourself to the fact that this is what sex is, and resign yourself to something that is not the way it's supposed to be, right? And what happens to you? You become boring. You become resigned to the fact that sex is like this. There are women who become frigid. Oh, they are frigid. So their frigidity has invaded their sex life and taken it over. There are men who are cold generally. They just have sex because they feel like having sex, or they think that sex is something that they should be getting because they're married or they're in a relationship. But they're really contributing to the sex. The way they contribute to the sex is that we're getting an erection, putting it in the vagina, two chukan it done. Once they ejaculate, they're happy. They say, oh God, this is the best thing since sliced bread.
Like some say, as long as I get it, I'm
Happy. Correct. And the woman is there like, what just happened here? Why do I put up with this thing all the time?
You only read one
disappointment.
Yeah, on a 4-book paragraph, you only read one.
He even read the first line. There are men who break before they enter, you know. I'm not talking about burglars, you know. In burglary, you break the window and then enter. There are men who do that.
Exactly.
And there are men who, as soon as they enter, they break.
Is it because, as family mentioned, is it because of the excitement of knowing what they are about to do?
It can also be that, you know, you want to do this with this person so long, you're watching them, you know. You're gauging at them, and you know you finally get it, you unwrap this gift and boom, that was it.
Yeah, but that's a poor excuse. Because if a man ejaculates quickly and he continuously, okay, I could understand the first time.
Yes.
with a
Not
best
a
thing.
second time.
But not a second time, because then it becomes a habit. If you are making love with your partner and within seconds you ejaculate, you are a premature ejaculator. Somebody asked me that question today. They say they always say about premature ejaculation. What exactly is it? If a man don't last as long as it takes to satisfy your partner, then you have cheated your partner of that satisfaction. You're a premature ejaculator. If you ejaculate as soon as you see the vagina, or the penis going near the vagina, and there are men who shoots off, you are a premature ejaculator. If as soon as you go in the vagina and you feel the wetness of the vagina and you just move in and out and you ejaculate, you are a premature ejaculator. You are supposed to last as long as it takes to satisfy your partner, and it normally takes about 20 minutes to satisfy the woman. And I'm not just talking about penetration, I'm talking about foreplay.
Yeah.
I'm talking about different things, the way you interact with your partner and make that person feel good sexually. That is what you have to do. You have to concentrate on that. So you must have the ability to stay as long as it takes for the person to enjoy you fully. So if you have to perform oral sex, digital sex, whatever it takes to make that person feel good, and then when you insert that penis into the vagina, be able to last as long as it takes for the person to have an orgasm. Women love to have an orgasm with the penis in the vagina. There are some women who love to have an orgasm, and while they're having an orgasm, the man ejaculate at the same time. Especially if you're with your regular partner and you're practicing safe sex, meaning that you're practicing contraception without using a condom. You're on the pillow or something, then you would allow the person to ejaculate in you, and that also triggers maybe multiple orgasm in the woman. There are many things that goes with sex.
I see, not forcing it, but I see family here, the angel, should he doing so? It reminds me, you know, when you're living in New York long time, those Puerto Ricans used to have a little doll in the front of their cars.
Oh, she reminds you of a Puerto Rican doll.
No, should he doing?
You're watching Shibata when you see that?
Everything you say.
Puerto Rican doll?
No, I'm telling you, everything you say, I want to see her shaking her head so.
Well, I can't pay attention to her when I'm talking. I'm trying to. I'll have to start paying attention to her.
Yes, you have. So, you agree?
Avinash
Yes,
is
I
on.
am.
How are you? Nephew? Melissa? Okay. So the audience is growing. Trudy, how are you, my darling? This is one of my schoolmates. Don't get mixed up.
No, okay.
You know, you like to jump to a conclusion.
Yeah, you know me.
This is one of my darling schoolmates.
Darling, okay.
Yes. Okay, so let's see. Steve is on. So this person says, what if? So I was explaining, if a woman doesn't have sex or discontinue having sex for a period of time, that's why you find some women look miserable. You know, sex affects your outward beauty, your inner beauty. It reflects how you feel, the passion that you have for life, the good feeling you have about yourself. It's like a woman today who came to buy a toy for their anniversary, and you could see how wonderful the woman is feeling. You can see it in her face. You could tell that she enjoys being with her husband or whoever it is she's celebrating her anniversary with, and she's looking for something to spice that up. So those are the things that you do as a couple.
So he's going to be spicy tonight.
Well, I'm sure they don't have time to even listen to the program tonight.
He could have his own fast food restaurant. But this is great. This is great. You like to see happy couples.
Well, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? No, you and I, we enjoy a good relationship with our spouse, but not everyone does that, and we have to instill in people what they should be doing to have a good relationship. That is what we have a social responsibility for that. We can't be here just talking about sex and talking about having a good time and don't practice it. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
You can't be talking about having a good relationship, a strong relationship, a bonding relationship, a relationship, and you don't have it. Then you're being a hypocrite. And there are many individuals who talk about things, but they don't really mean it because they don't live it. They don't live it. So they are being hypocrites. They go up on whatever podium they are on, and they talk about things, and they're not sincere in whatever they're saying. So if you're not sincere in what you're saying, and you haven't lived what you're saying, then what are you doing? You're fooling persons. But If you think you're fooling persons, you may be fooling them for a short period of time, but you might be fooling yourself. You don't go talking about something, trying to get, it's like, do like I do, right? You have to do like I do because I am telling you this is the way I want things to be, or I make things to be. So why not teach people these little tricks? Why not get them to start appreciating their partner in this way, so that when they come together, they'll realize that it is not just I looking at you from across the room, or we sit down on our couch and we're watching TV, but I really care about you. I rubbing your foot, I asking you how was your day, I care about that. All we care about the TV program. You have to actually show some interest in the person. So that's our duty to do that.
Yeah, you got to make it work. Anyway, folks, taking our time, 5 minutes after 10 o'clock. Nobody does better what we do best. Sex education to a whole new level, exclusively on Power 102 FM, your number one all around the station. For those of you who would love to interact with Dr. Raj via the telephone, 222-8255, also at 612-8255. If you are sending in a WhatsApp or a text message, that can also be done on his private mobile, 740-1961. I tell you, nobody does it like we do on a Thursday and a Friday evening. Sexplosion on Power 102 FM. Yeah.
So we have to instill that in individuals.
Mm-hmm.
We have to get them to start changing their ways. And how do you get a person to change their ways? They must recognize that I am doing something wrong. I am doing something wrong to myself. I am doing something wrong to my partner. I am not living up to expectations. If you're not living up to your potential and expectations, how are you going to give that person your all? You can't.
No, it can't be done.
So, once you are in that zone where you are happy and you are enjoying things and you are going to excel at whatever you choose to do with your partner is going to feel that when somebody touch you. Think about when somebody touch you ordinarily or somebody touch you with love.
Mm-hmm.
Think about when a woman has sex with you because she wants to have sex with you and not because you demanding sex. Well, another person may not know about either one of them. There are some persons who only demand sex and they don't know what it is for the person to give sex to you out of love, or they forget what that is about. And there are some persons who only get sex with love and they don't have to demand.
Well, yeah. And some people are just luckier than some other people.
Well, it has to do with luck, but it also has to do with the sort of relationship you develop.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen many beautiful women, many beautiful women, and you see emptiness in their eyes. And as a sexologist, you analyze things very quickly. You look at the person's eyes, you look at their demeanor, the way they dress, the way they carry about themselves. You realize that they're not happy internally. But I can change the happiness of everyone. Sometimes I crack a joke or I compliment the person, but I make truthful compliments. I won't tell a person they look extremely nice today if they don't look extremely nice. But I will say something complimentary so they feel good. For example, I will tell the person, I love to see you smile because it makes me smile inside. So, which is a truthful thing. Because if I know the smile of the individual, I know how it makes me feel. So that will cause the person to smile.
Oh, yeah.
But if you see hurt and pain in the eyes of the individual, how are you going to tell that person, you're beautiful inside and you radiate that? You're not radiating that. And there are many women out there who don't radiate their true beauty because they have been stifled. They've been stifled, lacking love, lacking sex, lacking appreciation. They work hard, they take care of that. Last night we talked about it. There are women who sacrifice everything for their children, their husband, and their home. And not necessarily that order.
Yeah.
Sometimes the husband comes first, sometimes the children come first, sometimes the home comes first, it doesn't matter. But those are the things that women sacrifice for. Correct?
Yes, they do.
They don't take care of themselves. So there's nothing that they do for themselves that makes them happy. So they need to find an opportunity, or they need to find something, or they need to find it within themselves or their relationship to get that happiness. If they can't get it What do you expect? Have to have a lot of frustrated people walking around here?
Oh yes, a lot of frustrated people. What's that, Angel? What they said there?
Depressed.
Depressed. But you don't.
Sad.
But before I go for this break,
You're breaking already?
No, yeah. Let me ask you: anything gets you depressed?
Yes.
Me?
When I think about my life, sometimes there's some little areas that are a little saddish.
A little saddish. Okay, we go fix that. So let me go for the break.
Are the problems and destructive anxieties of today tearing you apart? If there was ever a time to readjust your priorities and refocus your vision, it's now. Join Pastor Wayne Sampson.
You know, South Douglas?
South Douglas? No.
Yeah. You say the angel looks amazing.
Well, you will be watching through the camera.
Yes.
Well,
No, I said that's I want out of 10.
that camera behind you, I will tell you to get back to it.
Listen to the issues and join the conversation.
Yes.
Saturday night.
No, but not too much like that, brother. I can't do this.
It's the UNC Pavement Report.
Just play watching me.
From 7 p.m. at the Union
Don't play, just watch him.
Enjoy that.
Claxton B. This Saturday night.
Now, you see that top that could have opened, should I give you something to watch too?
Yeah. That else.
Yes, you ain't getting it.
Hey, the damn thing self, family myself.
It's the UNC Pavement Report. This Saturday night from 7 p.m. at the Union Presbyterian School, Hermitage Road, Claxton B. Come out and take a stand against the mismanagement.
So now you're in the right seaway?
Them older than me.
And then you talk about that set.
But that
I talk about the other set. That it doesn't claim. The ones you don't claim.
I have a question. You could read that. They have it so light. You know your boy at my age are blind. Let me go back.
Happy to see that. Something big.
I want to control you that when it comes to nighttime radio, we are always one step ahead. On your number one all-around station, Pound 2.1 FM, Sexplosion with the only sexologist in the Caribbean, Dr. Raj of Total Imaging, the Adult Therapy Center, which is located at St. Augustine. Don't forget, folks, our lines are open at 222-8255, also at 612-8255. If you are sending him a WhatsApp or a text message, you can also do that on his private mobile, 740-1961. And I can tell you, you are listening to a program that deals with sex, love, and relationships exclusively on Power 102 FM. Yeah.
Yes, Dr. Raj, I'm one of those women who, when having sex, we come together.
That's nice.
And I'm realizing as I am older, sex is much better. It's supposed to get better,
Yeah.
not worse.
It's like a good wine.
And tell Junior I like his shirt. Okay, Junior, she like your shirt.
Okay, beautiful.
Next thing you have to take it off
Yeah,
and
take
give it to
off
her.
and give it to her. Yes. I think I'll have to do that.
Yes, Dr. Raj, I can testify I have a great sex life with my partner. We are 63 and 70 respectively. I get a lot of compliment on how I look at my age. Angie, in listening to your program since you started, learned a lot. That's excellent. You are supposed to have that glow about you, especially if you're having a good sex life.
Yeah.
That glow is supposed to come out all the time. Right now I'm warm, hot as Indian weather. We could take care of that, you know. Come on down.
Where that is? What area that is?
What area?
Yeah.
Around the area.
I wonder if there are flights going there.
Flights, eh? You're trying to pick them out, I gotta tell you. And, okay, I have to skip that one.
Okay.
Your sexy voice is turning me on, my dear angel. Please let me hear some more. Ooh, Hey.
You're in the mix.
When I'm working a night shift and he's home, we would video chat with each other. One thing leads to the other, and he would get turned on and he would jerk off for me. That is one way we keep the relationship exciting. When I get home in the morning, we would have some hot sex. Then he goes off to work. Well, that is nice. Hot sex in the morning.
Yes, morning sex is very nice.
Morning erection.
Of course. That's the sweetest thing. 2, 3 in the morning, 4, 5. Come on.
Honey, you're sleeping. That's what he does? Or you just do him that?
I'm waking him up very silently.
I know how you'll wake him up.
I feel so.
I know how you'll wake him up.
I know
You're going to put that mouth to use.
I'm telling you.
I know that is what behind door number 1.
Did you see when she stick out her tongue at you just now?
Yeah.
How long it is?
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Oh yeah, that's a perfect mix.
We always try to keep the relationship exciting. I found myself falling in love with him all over again. Now that is what is supposed to happen. How many persons can say they fall in love with their spouse or their partner all over again?
You don't get that. You don't get that.
That is such a wonderful feeling. That time after time, and I'm talking about day in, day out, you fall in love with that person. Despite all the challenges you face, despite whatever you do, you fall in love with your spouse all over again.
That's great. That's like recharging a battery.
That is recharging your batteries. That is strengthening your relationship. That is the best thing that you could ever have. And I could tell you that from experience. Let's see what we have here. Rena is on. Carmini is on. Carmini have the whole alphabet for she name boy. Michael. 2 a.m. Best time ever. She does a 2 a.m. sex boy.
2 a.m.
Yeah boy, you have sex and you go back to sleep.
Yeah.
I see another angel is on. Angels in a row.
Telling you. Tomorrow is Sunday.
I find the angels are bringing out the angels.
Tomorrow is Sunday.
Tomorrow is Saturday.
Because I wonder because all the angels seem to be coming out tonight.
Yes, I wonder why.
So I would have thought that tomorrow is.
Akeelia is on. Hi Raj and Junior. Cornell. Risha. Lily is on.
Lily. Great.
I see my dear niece-in-law Trishana is on. It's a family affair, boy.
Yeah,
mother, daughter, son.
Family night.
Family night. But I don't know if she's looking or her husband is using her profile to look at. My cousin just joined us. Kumar, how are you? So we have a nice thing going, boy. Family affair.
Family affairs, right?
So what do we have here? You getting sell out, girl? Who is that getting sell out there, boy? I'm only human. Oh, they're having a private conversation with each other. They're not taking on the program anymore. They've gone off on a tangent. Where are the callers, Junior?
I don't know, boy. Well, tonight,
okay.
I don't know if they have nothing special tonight. You see, we should have mentioned that the angel was coming in tonight. So,
but I did send out a broadcast.
You did?
I did send out a broadcast, and if people read my broadcast properly, they will see the angel is on tonight, and you can call and talk to her.
Yeah. But,
or maybe they just get cold feet.
Cold feet, yeah. Anyway, folks, taking our time, 17 minutes after 10 o'clock. You are on the inside of Sexplosion on Power 102 FM with Sexologist Dr. Raj running of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center, which is located out at St. Augustine. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back with you. Stay tuned. You got that dancing on the camera. All the wicked ass. That's not nice.
All you? Careful how you're saying all you is one person doing that.
I don't know why they don't darken this thing, I know.
You have to tell them.
Yeah.
It's going too bright for your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, bright, yeah.
See if you're supposed to have enough here for that.
Because really look like Chinese.
Now you squinching and straining your eyes there.
Yeah, they should die. Tell family could darken it a little bit.
For this generation and those still to come.
So how it is moving somebody and call it.
They have the
That light stuff.
Encourage your neighbors, colleagues, and family as well. Help change the culture and behaviors for a greener, more environmentally conscious TNT. Think twice. Think twice.
For environmental awareness.
Brought to you by Swimco, the Trinidad and Tobago.
So you have to tell the listening audience to call in for the angel because you're feeling kind of how.
In association
Yeah.
You feel nobody likes you.
Oh, gosh. Oh, sorry.
And the Price Club Supermarket. Think twice.
Think twice.
For a cleaner, greener Trinidad and Tobago.
Come listen to the issues and join the conversation this Saturday night. Come out and take a stand.
Saturday night they're having
Pavement report this Saturday night from
political thing. What's wrong with these people? Boy?
Never they jump out. But look in the States. They start already.
You are invited to come out and join United National Congress.
Look in the States. They start already.
From the ground.
But yeah, because they have to, they have a set way of doing things, you know.
We don't have a tennis set here. What do you do?
UNC pavement report this Saturday.
Everybody want to jump the gun now or no?
The Union Presbyterian School.
They want to jump the gun.
Come out and take a stand against the mismanagement and incompetence of Keith Rowley and this is your
You ready for my shots? Since you had the gun, I have the shots.
What shot is that, boy?
I tell
You see
you.
me had the gun, so I had the bullet for it.
Oh, I see.
Well, I can tell you that there's always more to explore in sex education when you are listening to it right here on Power 102 FM, your number one all-around station. With Sexologist Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center, which is located out at St. Augustine. Just to remind you once again, folks, that our lines are open for those of you who would love going back and forth with Dr. Raj. I'll give you a couple of numbers. 222-8255, also at 612-8255. Now, we know some of you don't like hearing your voice on air, so who knows, maybe a neighbor might be listening. So you can send him a text message on his private mobile, 740-1961. You can also send in your messages on our website at Power 102 FM, and you are listening to a program that deals with sex, love, and relationships. This program may contain material that is not suitable for children. Parental guidance are therefore advised. Yeah.
Now this is from someone, so I don't want people to misinterpret what I'm going to read. I love sucking my man's penis during sex just as he pleases me. I try my best to do the same for him. Just the look on his face when I'm doing it to him turns me on even more. And I think the look that you get also conveys a message, because there are some persons just love to be expressive with their face.
Oh, yeah.
So if you know your partner is expressive with his face or her face, let us know.
Okay, I've got a question here.
Can I hear your angel call my name, please?
You know, this is the thing, eh?
She sounds very sexy. This is from Sabrina. So please call Sabrina name, because this is one woman you love to meet.
Hi, good night, Sabrina. Hope you're having a wonderful night.
I have a question here on the website. This one is saying, I am married for 12 years now, and the only time I come and feel satisfied is when I'm with a woman. Does this mean that I'm a lesbian?
Well, if your preference is woman, you are a lesbian. If your preference is having both sex and you have more of feelings or enjoyment with a woman, doesn't make you a lesbian. It means that she may be doing more for you than your partner, your male partner, is doing. And you have to decide where you want to go with that. Somebody asked a question about premature ejaculation a while ago on the program, and they asked if they finished part 1 and part 2, if there's a part 3. There's no part 3, but there is something that you have to do to finish off whatever you're doing. It's not a part 3, but it's what you call a finisher.
Okay.
So yes, you need to finish off whatever you're doing. So, but the facial expression of your partner is supposed to turn you on. Your the feelings that you get from the person
Yeah.
is by looking the energy that you get. And there are lots of positive energy with sex. It is not just a penis in a vagina and the penis moving in and out. Why are you doing that for? You think she should have done that?
If this was a game show,
she lost the prize.
No, I would have bought higher, higher.
Yes, I agree with that one.
Yeah. Things that make you go,
Angel, I'm feeling cold. Please come and warm me up.
Give him some Vicks.
Junior, what is Vicks? What is Vicks?
Cool him down. Vicks is
Do you
cool
know
him
spell
down.
V-I-C-K, right?
Vicks cool you down. You get a kind of mental...
Because like in Trinidad, we just say Cokes.
Yeah. You give him a kind of mental feeling, a mental feeling. Right? Anyway, folks, taking our time, 25 minutes after 10 o'clock.
Say the number again to call in. Please say it slowly so somebody could call in. Somebody wants the number.
Wants to call in. Okay. For those of you who would love to interact with Dr. Raj, 222-8255, also at 612-8255. Now, if you do decide that you want to send him a private message on, who knows, maybe you have a WhatsApp or a text message, you can also do that on his private mobile, 740-1961. Right. Hey, that's the damn thing, sir. Yeah.
Good one, Junior. Vicks.
Yeah, makes kids want. Thank you for explaining. Okay, and so Douglas says thanks for the explanation, and he's turned on.
Turned on or tuned on?
No, turned on by the angel. Looking at the angel. So he's like a light switch. Turn off, well, yeah, turn off now. Because.
Oh, you meant the vapor rub? I thought you meant something else. That's a joke, Junior.
I know you would think along those. I know you will think along those lines because you get a quicker break, right?
I don't know. There's some guys who rub it on their penis, you know. Sex.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody's calling my phone number while I'm doing a live program. Could you imagine that?
Yeah.
I'll make them waste their money.
Just that don't
answer the phone and don't answer them.
That don't make any sense.
Yeah.
When they can call 222-8255. Only twos.
Or 612-8255.
Yeah.
And you can get us here live.
And the angel here is waiting for the last hour for somebody to call.
Yeah, she tell me she's leaving at 10 if nobody call.
Yeah.
I don't believe in her.
She leaving at
Pack up your bag and go.
She's leaving at 10 next week because it's 25 past.
You don't know it's 10 o'clock somewhere in the world. Yeah.
I know, but she's here.
You don't know what time she's working on.
She's working. Oh, she's from Russia. But
in Russia, you have so many different.
Yeah. No, but the angel here is waiting for those of you who would love to interact with her. And as a matter of fact, if you have any doubt or any question that, you know, from a woman's point of view, you're always listening to Raj and myself. So if you have a question from a woman's point of view and you want to get her point, you can call in at 222-8255. Also at 612-8255.
What are some stimulants I can use during sex? Are you a male or a female? That's important because male stimulants are different from female stimulants.
Okay, I have one here from Silent Listener. Hi, Dr. Raj.
Silent Listener.
Yeah. Hi, Dr. Raj. My partner and myself are interested in a threesome with another woman. Can you arrange this?
Call 740-1961. That's my personal cell phone number. Don't call it now because I will not answer.
No. When you could, yeah.
They can call me tomorrow.
Yeah. You could arrange that, right?
Michaela is on. That's a nice name.
Yeah.
So what we have here, what's going on here? Okay. What we have here. I don't know what this is.
You don't know?
Somebody sending me a picture of something here. I don't know what it is.
Well,
so I get worried.
Turn it upside down.
When people send you a picture of something that you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
They send it to the wrong person. I hope it had to be the wrong person because the kind of picture they send.
Oh, okay.
Can't be for me. Has to be for someone else.
No, maybe it's for you and you know what I mean. Sometimes you get the odd occasion, right?
Yes, you do.
No. You can't be sending that picture for me. I'm sure about that.
You sure?
Put my head on a block for that.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Okay, we'll go with that.
Is it for me?
I don't think it's appropriate for anybody.
Okay. Okay, it's one of those.
I see somebody posted on Facebook that their house have air condition and they put it on somebody because they have a fan in their house, but I wonder if the air condition working. Some people, like a lady, somebody posts up something and they say, any advice, ENY, my advice would be to learn to spell.
Go back to class.
Go back to school and learn to spell.
Anyway, folks, taking our time, 29 minutes after 10 o'clock, inside Sexplosion on Power 102 FM. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back with you. Stay tuned.
Mondays on Power 102 FM. The Business Corner. 60 minutes of
When I say I'm coming, I
analysis
don't
and discussion about money, entrepreneurship, ideas for a startup, solid tips and advice about the way forward and building
So you've only been working together for years?
investments to the world of
13 years.
The Business Corner with communications and business consultant Sandrine Rattan. Mondays at 2 p.m. on Power 102, empowering you in association with the Career Business Mentoring and TSTT.
All kind of pictures, all kind of comments, all kind of some things you can't read on radio.
Telling me?
and moving forward as one.
You man, that's all there. When you get them at engines, take a yard.
We're one people, one nation.
I don't mind you taking a yard as one.
Let's do this with Cheryl Wilson on Power 102, empowering you.
Before you act, think twice.
So come and say, right?
Yep,
For
3 places.
environmental
Yeah.
awareness.
Power 102 FM
And Boom 94 FM
This is your
continue
live
to champion
Facebook and
responsible
Instagram.
action
Live
for
Facebook, live Instagram,
safety,
yeah.
and now a cleaner environment.
Our planet is what we make of it, so let's make the right choices.
The choice to reduce, to reuse, to recycle,
To conserve, to preserve,
to responsibly dispose, and
People
to
listen on
be
different
more mindful
mediums,
of how
so-
we impact the world around us. For this generation,
And then we have
And all this here, what I seen, everybody in these countries saying too.
they could through the app, yes.
encourage your neighbors, colleagues,
All over
and
the world.
family as well. Help change the
Once they
culture
have the app, they could see it
for
anywhere.
a greener, more environmentally conscious TNT.
think twice.
Think twice.
For environmental awareness,
Brought to you by Swimco, the Trinidad and Tobago Solid Waste Management Company Limited.
Power 102 FM and Boom 94 in association with the Gillard Group of Companies.
Bush Mountain TT, Solar Enterprises,
The Trinidad and Tobago Police Credit Union.
and the Price Club Supermarket. Think twice
Think twice.
for a cleaner, greener Trinidad and Tobago.
Come listen to the issues and join the conversation this Saturday night. Come out and take a stand. It's the UNC Pavement Report this Saturday night from 7 p.m. at the Union Presbyterian School, Hermitage Road, Claxton B. This Saturday night, you are invited to come out and join United National Congress. This is politics from the ground. Come and listen to what is happening on the ground in your community and in your country. It's the UNC Pavement Report this Saturday night from 7 p.m. at the Union Presbyterian School, Hermitage Road, Claxton B. Come out and take a stand against the mismanagement and incompetence of Keith Rowley and the PNM. This is your Pavement Report.
That was a paid political announcement.
Before you act, think twice.
Think twice.
Think clean. Go green. For environmental awareness.
Power 102 FM
And Boom 94 FM continue to champion responsible action for life, safety, and now a cleaner environment.
Our planet is what we make of it, so let's make the right choices.
The choice to reduce, to reuse, to recycle,
To conserve, to preserve,
to responsibly dispose, and to being more mindful of how we impact the world around us. For this generation and those still to come.
Join us for daily tips on how you can get involved at home, at work, and in your communities.
Encourage your neighbors, colleagues, and family as well. Help change the culture and behaviors for a greener, more environmentally conscious TNT. Think twice. Think twice.
For environmental awareness.
Brought to you by Swimco, the Trinidad and Tobago Solid Waste Management Company Limited.
Power 102 FM and Room 94 in association with the Gillette Group of Companies.
Bush Mountain TT, Salo Enterprises,
The Trinidad and Tobago Police Credit Union.
and the Price Club Supermarket. Think twice.
Think twice.
For a cleaner, greener Trinidad and Tobago.
Well, I can tell you that you are listening to the magic of sex education right here on Power 102 FM with Sexologist Dr. Raj running of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. Yeah.
Good night to you and Junior. Do have a safe night. Love you guys always. I'm a big fan since I was 16 years old and I'll be 36 in September. Reach home safe. You don't look like no 36-year-old. You don't look a day over 22.
To this, male or female?
Female. Pretty like that.
Pretty.
Pretty like that. Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
Aye.
She's pretty, eh?
No, this is somebody else.
Uh-huh.
I was wondering where Izzy was, but all of a sudden I see something here that stopped me in my tracks.
Okay.
You know, are you watching cricket this weekend?
I see you getting political jokes.
No, they have some good matches tomorrow
What
and
matches,
Sunday.
What matches they have that is interesting?
Australia, New Zealand,
Yeah.
Pakistan, Afghanistan,
That's a good game.
and India, England.
India playing England?
That's a big match, boy.
Yeah,
That's Sunday.
That's a big game.
Oh, you could miss them thing, boy. Oh my God. Bottom in the road.
But, standing high and tall.
But if you see bottom in the road, not only bottom now, bottom and crutch in the road.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Where I were, boy.
Yeah, boy. You know, that ain't easy, you know.
Somebody says, Angel, may I ask you out on lunch? What if he want to eat you for lunch?
Find out what's he want to.
I don't know what he have planned for lunch, but I would ask those questions because if somebody invite me out for lunch, I want to know what I eaten.
Yeah, no, well, at least.
Would you want to know what you eaten or who eaten you? Right.
Yeah,
Safety factor, you have to inform us in case you need a bodyguard to go and look on.
Yeah.
You know, it might be a woman asking you to go out on lunch. I don't know who's asking.
I wouldn't mind.
No, you never know, You never know.
So we'll have to just go and look and make sure everything is okay.
I'll get front seat.
Well, we'll sit next. If it's a restaurant, we'll have to sit at the next table and watch and observe.
Yeah. You'll have to bring my binoculars.
Like you go and watch cricket.
Yeah. Have to do that. Anyway, folks, taking our time, 24 minutes before 11 o'clock. And just to remind you once again that for those of you who would love to interact with Dr. Raj, our lines are open 222-8255, also at 612-8255. Nobody does it better than we do. And it's all about bringing radio back to the people with a beautiful blend of sex education right here on 102 FM. Yeah.
Hi, Dr. Raj. Just wanted to know if there's any place where same-sex people can meet up to mingle and have fun. I'm a female, by the way, just looking for a safe place where I can explore my other side. You know, I don't know of any place like that anymore. I'll have to ask someone. Call me at the office on Monday. That person will be there after 10. I'll find out for you. So the person who is going to take you out, I know of the person. He wants to take you out to lunch. So I don't know what to say from there. You have to either agree or disagree.
Well, what do you think of the person?
Oh, I think you should. I honestly think you should go with the person. The person deserves that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see my other childhood friend from Northeastern Colleges on, Edward Pertham, and my cousin Bissoon is on. Oh, Bissoon, you're in Ontario, and you're going to visit family, boy. Say hello to the family for me, please. My nephew's on. El Capone. He's on.
He's on as well, right?
Yes. Good evening, Dr. Raj. I'm always see you are doing something good. In this country, sex is one of the best part of life. I agree.
Oh, you 100%. You agree,
As
Angel?
well, of course.
After all, we are sexual being keep up the good work. So, Eddie, I wish you were in Trinidad next week for a reunion, but I never know who's going to show up.
No. Well, you never know on a reunion.
This is our 40th year of leaving school. Could you imagine that?
Okay,
Is it? No, of going into school or leaving school? Leaving school.
Leaving
They released
school.
school in 79.
Okay, we have a caller on the line.
We do. How are you feeling up things, sir?
I'm going to make sure it's on. Hi, hello, and welcome to Explosion. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah.
Dr. Raj.
Good evening.
How are you, sir?
I'm fine.
I would like to take order a young lady for lunch.
You'd like to take out the young lady for lunch. Okay, well,
Yeah?
you have to sell yourself, you know, brother, because I not batting for you.
Dr. Raj, I is on a market vendor, you know.
What wrong with being a market? What
Nothing
wrong with?
wrong with
Wait,
making
wait.
a honest dollar, honey.
What wrong with being a market vendor? Do you know my grandparents were market vendors? Stop right there. Mash breaks. Mash breaks. Do you know my grandparents were market vendors?
No, honestly, I'm saying that.
So don't go insulting market vendors at all, at all, at all.
No, I'm not insulting market vendors. But what I'm saying too, right? I don't do selling market. So I don't even sell myself now.
Oh, you mean by like that? No,
Yeah,
I mean you have to encourage the young lady to want to go with you.
No, the way young lady think is a market vendor. You see, marketing is very good. If it's without market, then you can't eat. You know?
I agree.
Yeah.
The great Mahatma Gandhi said that the life of one farmer is worth those of 100 doctors. You know.
Mahatma Gandhi said plenty things.
Well, I'm telling you one of the things that you've said.
Yeah.
You make one quote that you've said now.
I can't remember that because I am a very young person.
Eye for eye will make the whole world blind.
Correct is right.
All right, so talk to the young lady because, like I said, she have to hear it from you, not from me.
No, I want a young lady for lunch. I don't know if she would like me to carry she for lunch. Lunch, dinner.
I can't answer for you, darling. Don't look
I'll
at me.
take lunch first, sweetheart.
Lunch?
Yes, I'll take lunch first.
Sure. What's the best lunch?
My best lunch is spaghetti.
Ooh, spaghetti
Yes,
and
I
meatball.
love spaghetti.
I know somebody who loves that too, but I mean,
I love pasta.
So tomorrow?
No, I'll be at work, sweetheart.
Will you be at work?
Yes, I will.
Okay. So, it will be anytime close?
Maybe.
You know, I told you about lunch to me. To try to help you.
you're breaking up. If you're moving about with your phone, try to stay in the same area, please.
Okay, well, in the same area.
All right. So we hear you now. What did you just say? Repeat it.
I would like to buy lunch for the young lady.
Yeah, but she said yes, you could have lunch with her because. But,
Yeah, but when?
but not tomorrow. She said not tomorrow. Well, you have to make arrangement with her, you know.
Tomorrow is when? Saturday?
Yes, tomorrow is Saturday.
Sunday?
Whole day.
Monday? Tuesday? You have to tell me the dish. Remember, you use the boss in right now.
Ooh. At least you understand that.
Yeah, don't you?
At least you understand that.
Easy,
When they
boss.
asking that woman that question,
At least you know something, boy.
Yeah,
I must say
what
that.
I don't think right now.
Well, I can't say for sure right now because I'm kind of busy these days with work and stuff.
Jesus Christ, well, but I have a don't lunch for you, girl. I would like to buy lunch for you, you know, but like, you know, I'm going to buy lunch for you.
But here what you do. We're gonna make some arrangement where he could get lunch or family and have a date.
I don't
hookup.
think she wants somebody to buy lunch for her, but if you want to take her for lunch.
Company,
after the event,
company.
the company.
Yeah,
That will be better.
yeah. And look at the smile on her face there already.
I'm smiling for something else, eh?
I know
Because
you always smiling for something. Your phone always talking to you.
yeah, boy. Hey,
And you have,
you have to be careful with smartphones. Have you ever discussed something in the presence of your smartphone, and afterwards it pops up? You notice that happening a lot now.
What could be the mean? What could have?
Because the phone listens to you.
Oh,
of course. Okay, my son and I were having a discussion about something totally irrelevant to anything, and by the time we got home, whatever we were discussing popped up on his phone.
Wow.
The place we were discussing. And it wasn't a place that it will come up like that.
Yeah. It's not ordinary.
And it just popped up with directions how to get there. And we were talking about that place.
Let's go.
You have to be careful with smartphone. It's very smart.
Technology. Sometime in the near future, I might be just thinking about family.
But remember, you have Siri on your Apple phone, and Siri does listen to you all the time.
Next thing you know, I'm thinking about family, and man.
I don't know what happened. What do you mean by that?
I shake it sharp.
You know, parang.
Christmas can only buy you.
I'm telling you.
Well, didn't the crazy say Christmas should be in July?
I'm telling you, this is what it's all about. Anyway, folks, taking more time, 15 minutes before 11 o'clock. I tell you, this is what it's all about. When you are listening to Sexplosion on Power 102 FM with Sexologist Dr. Raj Ramnanam of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center, which is located at St. Augustine. And there he treats all sexual dysfunctions in both male and female. Now, for those of you who would love to interact with him via the telephone, maybe something sexual on your mind that bothering you, right? And hey, look, before you go to bed tonight, you need to get an answer. Well, I'll tell you what to do. Give him a call right now in studio live, 222-8255. That's 222-8255. Also at 612-8255. You can send him a WhatsApp or a text message on his private mobile 740-1961. You're listening to a program that deals with sex, love, and relationships exclusively on your number one all around the station, Power 102 FM. Yeah.
Well, the person who called is not the first person who she like, like some.
It's my sister.
What's in class?
It looks so. She write it. I thought we used to write down things about her, but she writing down things about us.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad for the compliment. I'm sexy.
So why telling him he's sexy? And showing it to him. Well, what problem is this?
You better hope
the first person who asked to take you to dinner is, lunch?
The person who was on air, something like that.
So not the person who was on air.
Not like young.
She better hope rain don't fall.
Oh, you don't like young fellas?
No.
Why?
They're young and dumb.
So in other words,
you have to teach them a thing?
Yes, so in other words,
okay, what age guys you
prefer?
45 and up.
Julia, you start at
Yes, they don't go through,
If this was a lotto, I'll win the last 3 digits.
So you will not consider a younger guy at all?
No. Always? He was always like that?
I guess so.
So in other words, like the old people would
it's
say,
like young guys, most times they don't know what they want, they do stuff to get you mad, It's like your own baby.
Yeah, I find that a lot with younger people.
It's like you have your own personal baby.
Yeah.
You don't want to have your own baby and still have a baby someone else. You want a man.
No, but that's a fact. Sometimes you're dealing with a younger person.
Want a man.
And they're so immature in their thinking and the comments that they make that we just have to leave them alone.
Yeah.
It's like a person saying they want a car, but they don't have a license.
It's like they want a car and they need to learn to ride a bike.
Correct. Correct. Learn to ride a bike first, and then you could say you want a car. Or get a license first, and then say I want a car. But that comes a lot with the immaturity. If the person is immature, they would be expressing those things because they don't know the challenges of life and they think everything is a fantasy. The younger you are, the more you live in a fantasy world as opposed to reality. That's why I tell children, when you have the opportunity as a child to go to school and enjoy life, enjoy it to the fullest. Don't do, not to do the wrong things to get in trouble.
Grow up soon.
No, that's
Don't
true.
try to grow up too fast.
Yeah, that is a true.
Because you are going to miss so much that when you get into your adulthood, you'll wish for your childhood days again.
There is no joke. That's
But some guys, when they reach in adulthood, they intend to be a child.
Well, right, because they haven't lived the childhood. They haven't lived their childhood.
They haven't
They haven't experienced it. I could tell you my childhood days was fantastic. My teenage years was, oh my God, incredible. But I don't want to go back there. The only thing I have, if a genie should appear in front of me and grant me one wish, you wouldn't believe what that wish would be. To spend one day in high school with all my classmates. One day, one single day. No, I'm serious. To spend one single day in high school with all my classmates. All the 130 something of us.
If a genie appears to me, I will ask him for 3 wishes.
What is it, 3?
No, if I only had one wish, I'll ask him for a wish for 2 more.
Okay then,
So
well,
then I'm
that's
bonus.
fair enough. That's fair. I might have the same thing.
You would have done the same as well.
I said, if he says that you only have one wish, that would no. You know, people wish for all kind of things in life. My most memorable time was growing up in high school as a teenager. My most wonderful time in my life, I would say, is that time. Into my adulthood, I had many wonderful times also. You know, some persons say, well, the best time of my life was when I got married and whatnot. But if I have a wish to get something, and something impossible, it would be that. It would be that. If it's something that, I mean, I have witnessed the birth of my children. I have, you know, got married, spent wonderful years with my wife. I wouldn't wish for that because I'm living it and I have it. But the things that I learned in high school with my friends, I don't think anybody could ever teach me that again. It was just such a wonderful time at Northeastern College. 1974 to 79. My God.
My mother didn't even met my father.
I know that. You weren't even taught, Junior. No.
I was already going so.
You wasn't even that. You couldn't be that. You couldn't be that.
And the bowling, wait for me.
So that would be my one wish that I would ask.
Basically,
for.
have all your old schoolmates.
Everybody, the full class, the full thing, and to spend a full day again like that. How we used to spend it. On your break time, you go and play a game of cricket. You know, just the things that we used to do.
Things that you used to do.
Yeah. Because in those days, you had no worries in life. You know.
You didn't have one thing to
the
worry
only thing you worried about is your classwork, your schoolwork, because you had tests coming up and want that homework. But once you do those things, you had nothing to worry about.
No.
Your meals were being prepared by your mother. You had a home to go to. You had a nice warm bed to sleep in. You had clothing on your back. I mean, albeit in those days, you know, when you look back at those days, we had just a limited amount of clothing. A Sunday best, a everyday special, school clothes.
Your Sunday shoes.
Your going out shoes. That really Sunday shoes is your going out shoes. And then your school shoes. You had a limited amount of things and you were happy.
Everybody used to be happy.
When you buy one pair of jeans that will last you 3-4 years or 5 years.
As a matter of fact, in those days, if you wear jeans and have a hole, you're not wearing it again.
You're wearing it again. Now people want jeans with hole.
Now they're cutting hole only the hole.
I saw that on a TV show today. Man, Toonie outside, I thought he Toonie hot today.
Yeah.
No, but that's his style, and I have nothing against that. But what I'm saying is,
things change.
Things have changed, but from what we experience, and thank God we lived in the 60s and the 70s and early and 80s, so we could talk about those things.
Those were good days, good happy
I
days.
wish to go back to my teenage life, like 17, 18, 19. Yes.
It's young and vibrant.
Hot.
Fabulous.
Maybe about 17.
Thing jumping.
What jumping, yes?
Fish jumping.
No, she talking about thing. When somebody said thing, you have to be careful with thing, you know.
Especially when it's coming from a female.
Yeah,
When
thing
you say
jumping.
Thing jumping. They're like watching those jacks.
Jumping jacks.
Anyway, through taking our time, it's now 5 minutes before 11 o'clock. You are listening to Sexplosion on this Friday evening. Now, for those of you who are joining or listening to Sexplosion for the very first time, just to remind you, Sexplosion is a feature here on Power 102 FM every Thursday and Friday evening. On a Thursday from 7 o'clock and on a Friday from 9. Exclusively on your number one all around the station when it comes to talk and music. Sexplosion with Sexologist Dr. Raj Ramnanam. Nobody does it better than we do when it comes to nighttime programming. Yep.
What instrument could I use on my husband when I tie him up? I have a whip, handcuff, and weights. What else is there? There are lots of things that you can get. Go to Total Image in St. Augustine. Go to Dr. Raj Adult Boutique. There's a section for BNDS and them. And you could choose your stuff. You could even go through the catalog and order stuff.
And order, but exactly.
There's so many things you can do.
Yeah.
There's a thing to roll on the back.
Yeah. A pinch or something like that.
You know, there's something called a wheel when you're learning to sew.
Oh yes, yeah.
It's like a wheel.
Yeah.
That you can run on the person.
Yeah. It tingle when you wingle. One of those.
More than that. Pleasant good evening to you, Amelia. How are you?
Yeah, but when you have those wheels thing, you have to make sure you have a driver's license. Because you could run off the back.
No, but there's so many things that you could use. Your imagination goes wild. Like, for example, in our training room, when we're training people for BNDS and whatnot, there's so many things. Sometimes the person don't even know what to choose. So you have to choose for them. There are different paddles that you could use for spanking. There are different whips that you can use. There are things that you can do to excite different parts of the genitalia and the person. There are nipples, there are nipple clamps. There are weights. There are so many different things that you can use. There are bondage things that restrict the movement of the individual, so you have full access to the person. There are ways that you can. One of the things that I enjoy doing is using the ropes, the silk ropes.
Okay.
And if you know how to tie your knots and tie the person in a particular way, you can restrain them, and you can have access to every part of their body.
So if you tie them up, you get there. I see Angel's face is just completely changed.
She says yes, she do drive. She drives him wild.
She drives him wild.
So which one of those things you want now? The rope?
Yes, I would like to try the rope. Always fantasize.
So for all the folks who went to Naughty,
the other day, you know, it makes me curious how will it feel. Will I really feel as like Anastasia Steele from 50 Shades of Grey? Will it really be like that?
So you don't mind?
No, I don't mind.
So to all my classmates from Northeastern College, from 74 to 79, those who were full 74, 79, not those who came in 77 or 78 or 79.
74.
Full 74
79
to 79. Went into Northeastern College at 74 and left in 79. This is for you. Our reunion, our 40th anniversary reunion will be on the 6th of July from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m.
6. That's a right. That's a good time. 69.
69. I thought so.
Yeah, very, very good.
Right. So if you need further information, contact me. You know my number, 740-1961. Contact me. And for those of you, I wouldn't say that. That's.
You wouldn't say that?
There are some of my classmates who have my other number.
Oh, okay. The other number.
During sex, my husband would stop and I would play with myself for him. He would make a video of me doing it. The next day, we both would watch it and then delete the video. These things keep our relationship fresh. I like the things that you all do.
Yes.
I like that. If more people do those things, right? Just be safe.
Really?
Just please be safe with your material.
Yeah. Next thing you know, you have a video club. Right.
You are a star somewhere.
But definitely.
No, you want to be a star at home in the bedroom with your partner.
Oh, yeah.
That's where you want to be a star. With your partner, enjoying things.
And like the song says,
to the fullest.
As the song says, you don't have to be a star to be in my show. See Dr. Raj.
I think I can make you a star when you're on the show.
Shaking, see Dr. Raj shaking his head there, boy. See, yes, family, you're talking, you know.
So we do have some silent listeners and viewers.
We have a lot.
All right, sure, right. We both are star. Yeah, if you're starring in your own video and you're doing things, there could be nothing wrong doing those things with your spouse or your partner, you know. But the bad thing about it, and I heard it expressed today in a television program. You're lovey-dovey, you meet this person, you fall in love, you have sex, you bring a child into the world, everything all good with you. And the minute you break up, you're looking to hurt that person in the worst possible way. Yeah. So if you have a video, you want to release the video. Why?
Yeah.
Why? Why would you do that?
That is selfishness, man.
I don't like when you bad talk. You know, I have heard men, and this is why I don't like some of these social clubs. And I had a experience with one of these social clubs that goes out and help people, and they invited me once, and they wanted to ask me to join. I don't join those clubs. And when the guys were talking outside of the meeting, they had nothing good to say about their spouse, and I'm like, well, this is a woman bashing club or something. They would find fault about their wives and make comments and whatnot. I don't like that. If this is the woman,
guys?
yeah,
Nah.
I'm telling you,
That's being a boy.
there are men who do that. No, but there are men who do that. There are men who
Especially
go
with
out.
your wife, with your friends.
There are men who go out there and bad talk their wives or their girlfriend and say, you know, well,
yes, it happens.
And I'm like, what wrong
That's
with all you?
wrong, guys.
This
That's
is the woman you're going to sleep with. This is the one who takes care of your needs.
Yeah. Yes.
How do you want your friend to look at your spouse when you do
No, but
that?
they're all doing it. They're all doing it. It's like a game. Who have the worst wife?
And especially when they have a gathering, let's say in a shop or that kind of thing.
So it's okay for me now to sit down with my girlfriends and talk about your ding-a-ling and get Jones and say it's come quick.
But
and
it's not that. It's not that. Is not the sexual part. I'm talking about. I'm talking about just making comments remarks about things at the home, or why she don't give me a chance.
That's
it's like
wrong.
you put it on your wife all the time.
Yeah, that's
so what kind of impression you have?
Supposed to be uplifting your wife.
What kind of impression you would have within yourself for her?
Yeah.
I don't like that. I really don't like
that. That is not love. That can never be love.
Really moving that chair there, I feel like it's love.
Maybe if you was on this chair.
Family went from first to fourth gear, I don't know.
Somebody want to go back to preteen age, boy.
What, preteen?
Preteen, just before teenage.
No, that's too far back. Teen.
No, the person wants to go back to that age.
That era.
For that era in her life, for a specific reason.
Yeah, so that's a different ball game altogether. Maybe they have the best memories in that era.
Maybe they want to create memories in that era.
That was my second.
We have a lot in common, so that makes it better. We both love the same things, not just sex-wise, but everything else. He calls me beautiful, I call him handsome. But that's another thing, enjoying the things outside of the bedroom with your spouse.
Yeah.
The quality time that you spend, whatever it is you want to do, a drive, a gardening, beach.
Movie.
Yeah.
You see, what happens there?
Date night.
Yeah, it breaks that cycle, the going one way.
Yeah.
So,
Raj, I want to comment on that. If you are no longer friends with someone, you keep the secret they shared with you. It's called integrity, and that is so true. Integrity is a hell of a thing, I think if you and a person cross-thread for whatever reason, that does not give you a license to ill-speak the person, to let out the secrets of that individual, because when that person was close to you, they trusted you. Why would you break that trust? Let's say something happened terrible, and all you stop being friends. You should still keep that trust.
Yes, you should.
I strongly believe that.
I fully agree with that, yeah.
But a lot of husband and wives don't do that.
No.
And the worst thing a wife could do, or a husband could do, is discuss your spouse with a third party. Because what happens there, you're undermining your spouse, but you're undermining yourself. And my thing is that if you can ill speak your spouse with me,
Yeah.
what would you do with me with someone else?
Yeah.
I can't trust you.
No, that's
I cannot trust you.
that's dangerous stuff.
Because this is the person you're married to. This is the person you go to bed with. This is the person you're spending time, the majority of your time with.
Yeah.
And you have these bad things to say about that person. What would you say about me? You may not say it now.
No, but eventually it will come out.
Must tell somebody something.
Oh, yes. Anyway, folks, taking our time, it's now 5 minutes after 11 o'clock. Sexplosion on Power 102 FM with Sexologist Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center, which is located at St. Augustine. And there he treats all sexual dysfunctions in both male and female. Now, don't forget, folks, our lines are open. If you would love to interact with Dr. Raj, feel free. 222-8255, also at 612-8255. And we go to the lounge. Hello and welcome to Sexplosion. Good evening. Hello? Yes, good evening.
Hi.
I'd like to hear Angel going for me tonight.
You want to hear Angel groan? Is what you're doing for Angel to groan?
Hello?
Yes, we're listening to you.
I'd like to hear Angel moan for me tonight.
You notice as soon as she hit the first note, he gone.
Family gone straight to the bathroom. Full stop. Here now.
Here reach the bathroom. Here reach the bathroom. Julia, as soon as the first come out she mouth, her phone went flat on the ground.
Let me tell you something. If they had an Olympics event of who could run to the bathroom first, you better have beat Bolt.
He beat everybody, boy.
Family skate. Here the family run to the
I don't blame him, you know.
No, but family didn't run to the bathroom, no, he skate. But that's how it goes. No, the thing about it is that the angel...
we just have to be careful. Angel will say something out of time.
The angel came
Remember,
out,
this is radio.
Yeah, the
so
angel,
please don't get us shut down because
the angel...
next thing is when you hit that one, you say...
The angel came out here on a Friday evening. You know, people always ask, what happened? There's no angels again, so we decided that she's going to appear back on the program on a Friday. And
an angel.
Yeah. So, for those of you who would love to interact with the
and if they
angel,
treat the angel right, she'll bring one of her friends. And you could imagine what would happen.
and it takes two
You have
to
to,
yeah. Curtains up.
You have to put up the curtain.
So for those of you who would love to interact with the angel, feel free. Our lines are open at 222-8255, also at 612-8255. You are listening to Sexplosion on Power 102 FM with Sexologist Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. Yeah.
So if she graced us with that presence of having that
two to tango, in case you're wondering, that's what it looked like.
Oh my gosh, my back looks so nice.
Your backside. Your back. You mean your backside. Say the right thing now. So I'm trying to figure out what we have to do here now. When you bring your other angel friends, we would fix that.
Yeah, you're going to fix it.
Yeah. I already figured out how to fix it.
No problem to fix what you have to fix.
It will fix, man. We could fix that.
Okay, beautiful.
We could fix that.
You hear that, family? You say he gonna fix it.
Fix it right.
Right here.
Fix it.
Anyway, folks, taking our time, it's now 8 minutes after 11 o'clock. Sexplosion on Power 2.1 FM with the guru of sex education, Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center. We're going to take a break and we'll be right back with you. Stay tuned.
Come listen to the issues and
Yeah,
join
hang
the
on, just come by
conversation
next Friday,
this
yeah, hang
Saturday
on.
night.
What?
Come out
My
and
next Friday,
take a
I got
stand.
them hanging.
It's the UNC Pavement Report. This
Good
Saturday
hangout, what,
night
Gil?
from 7 p.m. at the
the
Union
thing,
Presbyterian
Uh-huh.
School.
Oh, you mean that?
52
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Claxton B. This Saturday night, you are invited to come out and join the United National Congress. This is politics from the ground. Come and listen
My
to
brother.
what's happening on the ground in your community and in your country. It's the UNC Pavement Report this Saturday night.
Yeah, so
from
tomorrow
7 p.m.
is two
at the
matches.
Union
And
Presbyterian
Sunday?
School.
Sunday is a big match.
Claxton B. Come out and take a stand against
You know, if New
the
Zealand come and lose,
incompetence of
and England come and
people
lose,
the
other teams
PLM.
could move up it.
This is
But
your
who is the
Pavement Report.
who is the favorite for the tournament?
England?
That
England.
was a paid
They were saying
political
England is the
announcement.
favorite, but
Before you act,
right now they
think
get
twice.
licked, so
Think twice.
you know what happened
New
then?
Zealand seem to be playing.
For environmental
They're playing good,
awareness.
but they have beaten no stiff competition.
Nobody yet.
When they were supposed to play India, they get renowned.
Responsible action.
That would have been the test.
Are deciding.
A cleaner environment.
Our
That would have been the
is
test.
booming of it, so let's make the right choices.
The choice to reduce,
Tomorrow,
Family
they're
on
going
your
to
mind.
test
to
them.
recycle,
To conserve,
Right
to
now.
preserve.
Yeah, I see like you. I see like
Nice
you.
warm
mindful
bath.
of how we
Yeah.
impact the world
And a
around
good
us. For this generation,
and a
and
good
those
what?
to come.
Massage.
Massage.
Tips on how
How about
to
if
get
two of you
involved
massage you?
At home, at work,
I give good.
Christmas come early.
Encouraging
I just give good
colleagues,
massage, you know.
family
Next
as well.
Christmas come
Help change
early
the
days.
culture
I
and
can pass by
behavior
my house
for a greener,
first.
No, I give good
environmentally
massage. They come
conscious
sugar
TNT.
fingers.
Think twice.
for environmental
You
awareness.
should invite Junior.
Hey, you give me sugar fingers. When you get a massage, the blood is run from your head to your toes.
Oh my gosh, and where would you take it from my toes back to my head?
But we go straight to 12 o'clock.
Simple Enterprises
The Trinidad and Tobago Police Credit Union.
and the Price Club Supermarket. Think twice
Think twice.
for a cleaner,
Working
greener
tomorrow?
Trinidad and Tobago.
Working tomorrow?
Trinidad and Tobago, we're ready, standing united.
Tomorrow you
and
working on
moving
Saturday?
forward
Not
as
here.
one.
Wait,
I got a cocktail party.
We're
Cocktail, not that kind of thing.
all in this
you
together.
can have cock in your tail.
Not that kind of, not that kind of thing, eh?
On Power 102.
Where you have that party?
empowering
Sit
you.
down.
Okay.
That Luan family.
Oh, okay.
They're not moving to a new house, you know.
Housewarming.
Yeah. You have license for that? Eh? Well, I can tell you that when it comes to nighttime radio, we are always one step ahead, and especially when it deals with sex education, right here on Power 102 FM with Sexologist Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center, which is located out at St. Augustine, and there he treats all sexual dysfunctions in both male and female. But don't forget, folks, our lines are open. If you would love to interact with him via the telephone, feel free. 222-8255, also at 612-8255. If you are sending in a WhatsApp or text message, you can also do that on his private mobile 740-1961. You are listening to a program that deals with sex, love, and relationships exclusively on your number one all-around station, Power 102 FM. Yeah.
You do realize that come Monday, half the year gone.
Yes.
And it just started.
Yeah. And then
Time is just going by so quickly.
And surprisingly, I didn't do much coming for the first half of the year. Anyhow, we're gonna go to the lines. I know your antenna's going up there already. Hello and welcome to Sexplosion.
Hello, good night.
Hi.
Hi, good evening.
I have a little advice for the young lady. A while ago, I'm talking about she's not a market tender. Tell her that I say, please, don't take up this challenge. She ain't ready yet. I'm sorry that Raj did stop him. I wanted to hear what he should ask him. What does he mean by he's not a market tender? I just need to hear his explanation. To put down some group of people.
Yeah, but Raj did.
No, but I did corrected him.
Did he corrected him?
You stopped him too quick.
Oh.
You mean should I get bashed down?
You understand?
You should let him carry on a little longer.
A little longer, so we would have know where he's coming from.
No,
I don't read him out already. And my advice to her is don't take up this challenge because he ain't ready yet.
Right, she already decided that, you know, because
He don't even have communication skills. He have no communicational skills. He does not know choice of
No,
words.
this is the man here that's speaking. This is a real man.
so you will go for lunch with him.
Yes, he's singing appropriate. He's singing like you know what he's talking about.
I am a student of human nature. I am 75 years of age.
All right.
I do the program almost every time it come on. But I just don't like the calling thing, you know.
Well, we appreciate your calling.
I have to call and advise this young lady. Don't take on that. I don't want to say nothing bad about her because I don't know.
Uh-huh.
He ain't ready yet.
Now, he already. Yeah.
No.
We
I
agree.
know he was not ready.
We agree with that.
He's going to tell you,
Because he was going to bring down someone else just to get her
and the
uplift.
next breath, he said he want to buy your lunch. So what you want to do? Buy your box of chicken?
Exactly. For the time he said, I'm glad you pick up on that because for the time he said, I want to buy your lunch. That is a cheapo.
You go buy a fast food or a box of chicken.
Yeah, you know that is fast food.
I buy you a lunch.
He come like a time a man was tackling my wife.
Yeah. If I
And
want to take you to lunch,
went to her and tell she wanted to carry she for KFC.
say, would you be kind enough to join me for lunch at any appropriate time?
Yes, of course.
That's a different thing. I want to buy you a lunch. And another one thing I wanted. I used to be market vendor for years. And I used to make more money in the market on a Sunday morning from 5 o'clock to around 11:30 than what I used to make in the company for the whole week.
Reds, let me tell you something. My grandparents were market vendors, you
I
know.
heard when you said that.
Oh, so I know what market vending is, and I'm very proud of that.
Your parents and you all. And
My RG got the first stall when they opened the market in San Randy. The first stall, and it's still in our family, you know. To this day, you know.
people just want to put down farmers and man.
No, I don't do that at all. Because I come from that. We come from an agrarian society, you know.
That's where I come from.
Agrarian society, we come from farming. So anytime people put in on that, I stop them in the track one time.
When I plant 2 acres of sweet today, do I can make $100,000?
Now, don't call out the money now. Don't do that.
I'm telling
Now,
you.
don't do that. In these days of banditry, you have to be careful about that.
No, I don't hurt bandits.
No, not for you. Not for you, but you see, you understand?
I get it.
Yeah, you have to be careful. Not for you. Yeah.
All right. I'm
All right.
one of the silent listeners. I don't talk and call too much, but this fella tonight I had to.
Well, thank you for that.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Have a safe night and a blessed night, sir.
Thank you very much.
Family guy, honey. Hey.
But these little things is what you realize the kind of person. I tell you, another time, my wife was at her office. So my friend and I, we were passing through Barataria. And there was a doubles vendor on the side of the road by the gas station there. So I stopped to buy doubles because we decided to have doubles that day. I don't eat doubles regularly, but I like my doubles. So I know my wife's office is not too far away. So I bought her doubles and an apple jar and I said, I'll drop it off for her. Pull up. I went in the office, sat down in the waiting area, which is right outside the office, and there's a guy talking with her. So I realized he throwing a tackle behind me. So me, I'm taking him on. I waiting. So then all of a sudden I got up so she could see me, and I just went and I said, so I could ask if it's okay to come in, and she said, yeah, come. I went. I just dropped the apple jar and the doubles on the desk, and I said, I brought this for you. Heading up the road. So I turned and walk away. So the guy afterwards asked me, who is that? Is that my husband? She said, well, I couldn't talk after that. Look at me taking you on. I'm not taking you on. I tell you another time, a guy he come to her and he said, you want to take her for lunch, you want to buy her lunch, you want to take her KFC.
Of all places.
KFC.
Of all places. So, these are the things that happen. But it just shows the level of thinking of some individual.
How small-minded they are.
It is who you approaching and how you approach them and what you say. You know, I remember when I was I think I was still a student. I used to be in Port of Spain regularly, and you know why? I used to conduct my business in Port of Spain. So I went to this
young business.
Yeah, I went to this place. In those days, it was Mara's Jewelers on the corner of what that street, Queen and Frederick Street.
No, Frederick.
Frederick and Queen Street.
Frederick and
Queen, yeah, the corner
Duke.
there. No, Queen Street.
Frederick and
Forget, but opposite the drag, it got burned down. You can't remember that?
Yeah, because I know they
Right.
had one. I know
And there was this beautiful girl from South Oropouche. So I made friends with her and whatnot. So one day I was there around lunchtime. Just by chance. And I realized they were going for lunch. And I said, I am going for lunch also, and I don't like to eat alone, which is true. I hate to eat alone. It's one of the things that I never like to eat alone. Even if I'm in my office, somebody has to come and sit with me. I like to carry on conversation or be with somebody when I'm eating. And I told her, I say, I'm trying to remember her name now. I'll remember it soon. I say that there was a wonderful restaurant just after on Queen Street, just after the Marriage. You had to go upstairs. Everybody used to go there for
Tip
lunch.
Top.
That was the name of the place? Yeah.
Tip Top.
That
yeah.
food was.
You used to meet all the
executive, everybody used to be up there, boy. Oh my
Tip Top.
God.
We done here a long time, family.
Well, I'm telling you. You remember the one upstairs, not Ghani, oh God, Dari? The Chinese restaurant opposite Dari Maharaj in the corner of Henry and Henry Street and there was a Chinese restaurant upstairs there, boy. Best food, the best food.
No. And be careful when he was in Chinese, both Chinese.
No, there was the best food, the best food. Dari's hardware.
Okay,
Corner Henry and Promenade there. Independence Square.
Independence?
Yeah.
No, okay.
You had to go upstairs. All the restaurants long ago was upstairs. You had to go upstairs. But boy.
So if you had to eat, you had to go upstairs.
Well, yeah. It's good to go upstairs to eat.
Yeah. It always, yeah. Well, yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah. But it all depends on how high the building is.
On what you eaten. You know Trinidadians do not like to climb stairs.
No, not at all. Not at all.
The only thing they'll do that for is food, you know.
Yeah. No, I mean...
They don't like to climb stairs, you know, mister.
As a matter of fact, we'll climb...
I learned that the hard way.
Mount Everest for food.
No, I learned that the hard way. We had a store. And, you know, all these ideas are put in departments and whatnot. So my father told me, he said, do what you want to do. So we decided to put a particular department upstairs. Build a nice staircase. It wasn't hard to climb, you know, you had to go this way and then go up this way. So it was easy on the legs and whatnot. And you couldn't get people to go upstairs to shop for nothing. So Christmas came along, so we decided to put the toys department upstairs. Same thing. You have to bring stuff downstairs. Trinidadians don't like to climb stairs.
No, not to say Trinidadians don't like to climb, but
they're lazy.
It all depends on what you're climbing on.
Oh, and what they're climbing for.
Yeah. So when you reach the top, you have all that energy. That's a different...
Well, Raj and Junior, I'm heading to bed. Good night, guys. My sweet angel, I'm waiting for you to come tuck me in. Please get home safe, my dear.
I will. Thank you.
You have an ex-baby to tuck in. You'll have to give him a kiss.
My baby's in the bed, yeah?
Anyway, folks, taking our time, 21 minutes after 11 o'clock. You are on the inside of Sexplosion on the Power 2.1 FM, and we are taking sex education where it has never been before with sexologist Dr. Raj of Total Image and the Adult Therapy Center, which is located at St. Augustine. Our lines are open at 222-8255. That's 222-8255. Also at 612-8255. That's the numbers for those of you who would love to interact with him live here in studio. Yeah.
So those are the important things to remember. Those are the things that you need to strengthen your relationship with. All these little things that you can do for your spouse, the things that you say, the way you approach the person. Through the years, don't lose interest in the, in the individual. Build that interest, fall in love over and over again, so that you have such a good relationship that it's something that's going to last.
Yeah.
Because nobody, and I keep repeating that, no one gets married to get divorced.
No, of course not. No.
They don't do that. Things happen, we know that.
Yeah, well, you know, I mean, sometimes the novelty run out of the marriage, you know, because the things, what you would do with someone going around with them, and after getting married, especially after for a period of time, you know, what happens is that the novelty
wears off.
gone, yeah.
No, you don't want that to, you don't want that to.
I know some people the novelty wear before they even give out the cake.
But that's what I'm telling you.
By the time they give out the wedding cake, he's not here anymore, no.
Remember you are DJ? Remember you are DJ? You must be DJ for some of them.
No, I'm saying, by the time they cut that wedding cake, and you know they cut the wedding
cake. Top class DJ.
By the time they cut the wedding cake in the little slices and box, and you're so brave, you know your marriage go break up, but you want 4 boxes.
Anyway, folks, we have come to the end of our program. I see a lot of persons are going to bed now.
Yeah.
So,
but
thank you for...
Angel, it was so nice having you here, man.
Thank you for joining us. So, to my Northeastern family, remember our reunion is next week.
I also enjoy being here.
Oh.
Next week, Saturday, our reunion is on. Uncle, how are you? Rohan is on.
Rohan is on.
I haven't seen him for a while. Have to do something about that. My cousin Anne in Canada, she's on. So with that, folks, good night until next week. Next week, Thursday, we are on from 7 till 8. Remember that. And on Friday from 9. Good night.